to the fourth round of the Alabama High School Athletic Association Football Championship Playoffs. Your Montgomery Catholic Knights are hosting Vigor. They've made their way all the way north from Mobile, from Pritchard, Alabama. The team arrived about 5:15. The band and the cheerleaders have made their way into the stands in their green and white. And the Montgomery Catholic Knights, for like 5 or 6 years in a row, are playing in a fourth round semifinal football championship. And tonight, with a win, would have an opportunity to go back to the state championship, back to attempt to repeat, something that our flag football team just secured this Thanksgiving Tuesday. We had a lot of turkey yesterday, but on Tuesday night and on Friday night, we're going to have a couple of wins, hopefully. Your flag football Knights have secured a bid to the state championship for their second year in a row, coming up just short in overtime last year. Coach Whitney Toole and Christy Benz and the Lady Knights will try to do one better this year. Kirk Johnson's football team, they are going to try to tie what we did last year, coming home with a championship, a blue map, a state championship for the first time in program history. And this year, we have not lost a game since then, since long before then. We have a long winning streak in the regular season, in the postseason. Haven't lost a game in 2 seasons in a row. We've got a region winning streak on the line and so much more. But tonight, it only takes one win in this 1 week to get to the ship, the championship. Montgomery Catholic is not the only Catholic school. In fact, Deacon Mike right now on the phone with Archangel Radio as we talk with Mobile and Baldwin County about St. Michael's, the Cardinals, taking on Jackson, a powerhouse, a perennial powerhouse in 4A football. And so Montgomery Catholic will be here at home tonight, and St. Michael's taking on Jackson. We're going to try to get 2 Catholic schools to the Super 7. I'm joined now by Deacon Mike. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you. Just talking to Archangel Radio out of Mobile, and they're excited about St. Michael playing. I just told you. Who is it?
Jackson.
The Jackson Aggies. And it's great to have the Archbishop's favorite 2 sons both playing ball tonight.
Don't listen, McGill Tulin. All right, we got lots of text rolling in. Most of them looks like it's between our producers here, so I'm going to assume everything is fabulous. If you are not at Montgomery Catholic tonight, you're probably not here because it's like 38 degrees.
Game time temperature 37.5.
37.5. Your Montgomery Catholic Marching Knights are on the field right now as they get prepped for our prayer and national anthem. And, I'm thinking out loud here. I guess we don't have a prayer and national anthem in the thing. Good. We're going to do a couple of commercials here in just a second. So we've got a word for you from our favorite sponsor, Montgomery Catholic, and then, of course, Bradley Plumbing and Heating as well. And we'll be back in about 2 minutes live here as we are set to kick off just 10 minutes time from now. No pre-recorded coaches show tonight. Deacon Mike are going to share our Avis car rental keys to the game with you right here in the booth. We got to talk to Coach Kirk Johnson and do just that. We'll be back here in just a moment. I'm Justin Costanza.
Deacon Mike Costanza. And go Knights.
For 150 years, Montgomery Catholic Preparatory School has believed in educating the whole person, rooted in academic excellence and grounded in faith. We're preparing students not only for college, but for life. With a rigorous curriculum and small class sizes, our students receive personalized attention from dedicated and passionate teachers. Whether it's in the classroom, on the stage, or on the field, Montgomery Catholic students strive to reach their God-given potential. At Montgomery Catholic, we also know that true success goes beyond academics. Faith is at the heart of everything we do. We nurture not only minds, but souls, guiding students to live out their values with integrity and compassion. From K-3 through 12th grade, we offer a supportive, faith-filled environment where students can grow spiritually, morally, and intellectually. Montgomery Catholic Preparatory School, where faith and academic excellence come together. Visit montgomerycatholic.org to schedule a tour today and discover a place where your child can thrive.
Bradley Plumbing and Heating is one of the oldest service firms in Montgomery, the original Bradley Services Company since 1945. That means you get hundreds of years of combined experience to solve your problem. Sure, they have been taking care of some of the largest buildings in central Alabama for decades, But that same professional quality service of Bradley Plumbing and Heating is available for your home as well. Whether you have a clogged drain or an AC or heating unit that's not working, don't waste time or money. Call 271-0700. Bradley Plumbing and Heating since 1945, the original Bradley Services Company.
Attention fans, as you watch your team march down the field, remember AmeriFirst Bank is here to help you march toward your financial goals. From savings accounts to competitive loan rates, AmeriFirst Bank has you covered. Visit AmeriFirstBank.com today and discover banking that's in a league of its own. AmeriFirst Bank, your trusted financial partner, member FDIC.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are on Praise 96.5. You may be joining us on the Montgomery Catholic Facebook page. You may be at praise965.com. You may be on the World Wide Web at praise965.com that we just mentioned, anywhere in the world, the United States, or right here in the capital of dreams. If you are, you can also tune in on the terrestrial radio at 96.5 FM. And if you are tuned in on the NFHS broadcast, not sure that you can hear us, but you will be able to see. So if you want to tune that up, it is a pay-to-view service offered by the National Federation of High Schools, but we get to show you ourselves here in the booth. This is your postseason play all season long on WSFA.com, Bounce 12.2. Of course, that very first game of the season, on Channel 12 with WSFA. But tonight, we're going to bring you and hundreds, if not thousands, of other Montgomery Catholic fans and alumni, many of whom are here in the stands. Some have traveled a long way. It's a great crowd. We had rumors that Vigor was going to be bringing thousands. We're at about 400, I would say, right now from the visiting team, as both teams are set to make their way out onto the field. We'll get that taken care of. It's good. It actually looks better on camera. Not that that matters, but we'll let them get set up and then kill those lights here in the booth. Dean DeLongchamp, if you are tuned in, if you'll just send us a text here to the booth and let us know how you did to make sure that you're all set. Dean DeLongchamp, Athletic Director Emeritus. 6 minutes and 4 seconds are on the clock as we get set, and Deacon Mike and I are going to give you your Bradley Plumbing and Heating pregame show. Avis Car Rental keys to the game. Deacon Mike, any guess what Kirk Johnson says one of those keys to the game are?
Well, if I had to guess, I would say it would be special teams.
Yeah, always.
So Archangel Radio calls every week. We talk about St. Michael's is in the playoff tonight as well down there. So, and they asked me, hey, what do you think the keys are? So not thinking about what Coach usually says. But my two keys to the game are we need to protect our quarterback because they, statistically reading that, have a lot of sacks every game. Yeah. So we need to protect our quarterback. And then I watched 2 games summarized on Max Preps, and their quarterback is very mobile and wily and gets away. So you think you have him. So we need to protect our quarterback and contain him. But other than that, I bet one of them is special teams.
Well, special teams is definitely going to be one of them. And we saw last week, we said that, hey, if it gets down to a dogfight, special teams could be the coin flip between the two. And sure enough, who made the first mistake on special teams but Montgomery Catholic? A missed field goal early on, and then Montgomery Catholic gave up a field goal. No real pressure otherwise on special teams, but every snap, every punt, every PAT and potential field goal is going to be a big one. So another one that we've got to do is we've got to control the line of scrimmage. So Avis Car Rental keys to the game tonight. When you're playing a team that has the size and athleticism of Vigor, as we watch our 4 captains and their 4 captains, well, we got 3 on the sidelines and 3 at midfield. They've got 4 all the way out. Each one about an inch taller than ours and maybe a little wider as well. Does size matter? Does it matter in the trenches, play after play? And I'll tell you the other part of this 4-quarter football game when we talk about our Avis Car Rental keys to the game is what happens on the first set of downs and what happens on the last set of downs is just as important, but who is showing up? And if after 4 long, hard-fought quarters, Montgomery Catholic can maintain composure, can maintain discipline, and to execute the plan, I think we're going to be victorious, Mike. And I think also, and this isn't an Avis Car Rental keys to the game, it's a Justin Costanza thought, I think if we score early, they are going to become it's going to become harder for Vigor to get back in the game both physically and emotionally. And so I look for Montgomery Catholic to make a big stop. Vigor did win the toss, and Montgomery Catholic will get the ball to start the game.
Well, and I thought you were going to make a prediction that, as we have researched over the years, that the score at the end,
whoever has the most points
wins every game. So we're going to plan to score as many points as we can. I agree. We get out ahead, and it puts them in a desperate spot. And, I've heard from 3 different directions that they have some of the most talented individual athletes that we will have met this year, but they may not have discipline like hopefully we show. Although we did have 114 yards of penalties last week, many of them were blatant mistakes on our part, avoidable, and so discipline really does matter, as does their size, does their coaching, and in-game reaction to what Vigor has brought to the game tonight. And I think we do a great job in that. I think we do react to how they set up, how they line up, what their athletes are doing. So I'm excited. This is 4th round. This is exciting. I don't want to look ahead to next week, but, you win here, you're in the big one. So we've got to win here. We've got to score more points than they do. Our defense has allowed less points per game than theirs. Our offense has scored more points per game than them. Not a bunch.
Both 2 big stats.
Yes, but we play that out tonight. We're going to win. But we've got to play it one down at a time, one possession at a time. Justin, there's 12 minutes on the clock. There's a little wind out of the north. It is under 40 degrees, a little breezy, and our fans they showed up. We got a big crowd from as far as I can see from right to left.
So it's cold out here tonight, but as the Knights receive this very first Little Donkey Mexican Restaurant kickoff, we will get started with your We Lunch at first quarter of play. That wraps up your Avis Car Rental keys to the game. Control the line of scrimmage and really make every play count and don't give up anything on special teams. Here we go. 12 minutes are on the clock from right to left. White helmets, white jerseys, and green pants with green trim and numbers. Vigor to kick off. Headed north. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this ball game is underway. The Knights will fair catch it at the 29-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the good guys as the 4th round, the semifinals. Montgomery Catholic taking on Vigor here in your Alabama High School Athletic Association Football Championship Playoffs. Pia Hayner, mama to Gigi. It's got the cowbell right in front of the booth. If you hear that tonight, just thank her. Thank all the folks who tune in. This is a good crowd. We saw a lot of great alumni. Saw some Downs and Anderson boys who are here tonight. Got to work the concession stand for about an hour. Lots of good folks who know that this is probably the best game played in town, and we got some competition for that because Saraland is taking on Pike Road. We wait the first snap. We lunch it. First quarter play. We'll start on the ground. The senior, number 11, Giovanni, is going to pick up a long 2, maybe 3 yards, going to bring up 2nd down. We'll call it 8 to be conservative.
Has Sarah Land traveled to Montgomery? Are they playing at Pike Road?
They are, fed by Chappie's Deli both before and after the game, and hosted at the Holy Spirit Elementary campus for their warm-ups today.
Can't say we're not hospitable.
That's right. Well, they hosted us when we went down for Citronelle as well. 2nd down, keeping it on the ground again. They come towards the booth, towards the near side. Vigor knew what we were doing. They had 5 guys fill in the gaps, pick up 2 more. It'll be, let's just call it 1. It'll be 3rd down and a long 7. Montgomery Catholic finding themselves in a long yardage situation early on, moving to our right, coming towards the booth. The ball is on the 33-yard line.
So do we air it out 3rd and long early here in the game? Or we're
showing pass. 2 wides on both sides. Pass is up. This one's going to be B.J. Bedgood for a 1st down at near the 40-yard line. Actually, it looks like we're going to be a yard short depending upon the spot. He got pushed out of bounds. We'll see if his foot stayed in. And the White Hat, a great decision. No look. Calls it a 1st down. Move the ball.
Excellent.
Placed at the 39-yard line. A big red flag pest control 1st down for Montgomery Catholic.
What a momentum setter. I tell you what, that is outstanding. I feel a little bit better already. 10-38 here in the first quarter. Knights have the ball.
Motion from the far side to the near side. That's Michael Sheffield. 11, Gigi, he's going to go back to where the motion came from, and he needs to be able to turn up field. Needed one more block. He'll get 2 yards, second down, and make it second down and 7.
So you know what that looked like? It looked like our defense overtaking a running back from the side. And a lot of speed on this defense coming up I-65 from Vigor. Right out in Pritchard, right outside Mobile.
3 wideouts to the near side.
There.
Rushed into the backfield, almost like a screen pass. Caught, but going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. The visiting stands very excited about that second down performance by the Vigor defense. Not sure if I could tell who caught that ball.
I don't either, but 2 things happened there. One, their defense was on our quarterback immediately. Second, their defense was on our receiver immediately. No gain. 3rd and 7. Clock rolling. 9:36 here in the first quarter as our guys look over to the sideline looking for the play. Already under 17 seconds on the play clock.
All right, 3rd down, a long 7. Defense showing they're bringing the house. They're going to stutter step, try to break through, and Kingston Prairie will be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose about 4 on the play. It's going to be 4th down and long and a punt situation for Montgomery Catholic. A big stop by the defense, visiting defense. Vigor putting us in our place early, but, hey, that's going to be just fine. Now you use your big foot, you flip the field, and with 8:55 to go, your score 0-0. And the crowd, it's a chilly night at Montgomery Catholic. Going to try to see these 2 offenses warm up. A low kick, and if it bounces, it'll take a Knights bounce. But it's scooped up and caught by number 4 at the 25-yard line. He will bring it all the way back out across the 40. I believe he will make it across the 45. They will place this ball down. It'll be 1st and 10, close to midfield, now headed towards the north, towards the Home of the Knights sign in the Pice Arena at Knights Gym. The 1st down and 10 will be placed at the 46-yard line. Montgomery Catholic's famed defense, allowing almost no yards, no points, no first downs, no touchdowns in almost every game. What can happen for Vigor in the 4th round? Man-to-man defense out here on the near side. Those big guys up front, 50 and 51, have been the storied edges to the defensive line all year. It will be no different tonight. They will show a little pressure here. Flush from the pocket is the quarterback. He will tuck and run. He will be pushed out of bounds after a 2-yard gain. The clock will stop at 8:28. Here in your We Lunch at first quarter play, again, the score is 0-0. And already an update, Moody has scored early over Leeds. Remember, the championship game will be played between the winner of these 2 games. Montgomery Catholic in a tough one early, 0-0, but Moody has scored 7-0 over Leeds.
Our quarterback and their quarterback averaging per game, so listen to this how close it is, 176 versus 174 yards. So both of these young men can throw the ball successfully.
From the 47-yard line directly in front of us in the booth, they'll keep it on the ground to the right. They will churn forward for a pickup of about 4 on 2nd down. Going to bring up a 3rd and a short 4 or a long 3, depending upon where. It looks like 3 yards. 3rd down and 3, and AmeriFirst Bank. We're going to need you right here. Need to stop you right here. 8:05 and counting on the clock. I'm going to ask Daniel Harbin. Got a call from Dean. I think he left me a voicemail. Will you just check and make sure that Dean's all set? Want to make sure that Athletic Director Emeritus Dean DeLongchamp has what he needs. 7:50 on the clock and counting. 0-0 your score. They're going to play action.
Yeah, they moved. Definitely.
And a flag comes out.
Yes.
Had the play stood, they would have gotten about 5 yards. It's going to change things here for our visiting team. Vigor will back up. Instead of 3rd and a long 3, it's going to be 3rd and a short 8.
Yeah, that's a great happening there. So bring up 3rd and long instead of 3rd and short here with 7:42 first quarter. And Galen McAlpine in the
love it.
Yeah, getting excited. As our crowd is.
Nobody can do it like the hometown PA here in the booth. Galen says 3rd down, and the visiting team from Vigor shows 3 wide. They want to pass. Standing on his own 40, flush from the pocket. He will get a 1st down, tackled from behind. Number 5 stays up on his feet long enough to move the chains. And these are the jerseys that we won't be able to see a single number. He walks like Charles Chappelle, and it's either Cam Dean or Cam Miller or Charles Chappelle. Hard to tell here in the booth.
And to be fair, I don't really have a paper copy of the Vigor roster, so I have it on my phone, and all the numbers are turned sideways, so it's going to be interesting.
Well, we're going to give them all their due. Yeah. We had a little issue on Dragonfly today getting a roster. So,
all
good.
Right.
Dean, hopefully you are all set. The ball may be out, and Montgomery Catholic may have it. This may be the first shift. Montgomery Catholic's defense does what the defense does. They come up with a big one, and sure enough, they will signal. Montgomery Catholic's got it. It's first down and 10 for the Knights.
Huge for the Knights. A momentum changer because Vigor was moving the ball, and we were having a hard time, unusually hard time stopping them. But the Knights have the ball, 41-yard line, moving left to right, moving south towards the old ponds. 6:50 left here in the first quarter. We Lunch It brings us first quarter, right?
We Lunch It first quarter of play says, try not to freeze your baguettes off.
Yes.
3 wideouts to the near side. They're going to hand it off, met at the line of scrimmage, but still pushing forward is your Montgomery Catholic fullback. I believe that's number 7, Josh Harriel.
All right, so that's of a few offensive plays. We've run over left to right tackle at least 3 times, pushing a few yards there. I guess we're trying to set up the domination in the middle. So it brings up 2nd and 6, clock running 6.5 minutes here. We're at Catholic High, Montgomery Catholic Preparatory School, 4th round of the playoffs, and Vigor has come to town.
All right, little pass into the flats. He needs to break one, and he does. 50, 40, 30, 20, off to the races. Number 4, J.J. Williams. Touchdown, Knights! Montgomery Catholic in the semifinals strikes first. Montgomery Catholic into the end zone from the 40-yard line. Goes 60 yards for 6 points. Ken Bishop, your State Farm agent, says we can do it. Give us a call if you're interested. And J.J. Williams just placed a call to the State Farm agent, Ken Bishop.
Made it look easy. Great pass over to the near sideline. And then he turned it south and burned 2 would-be tacklers.
Should have been tackled at the 50-yard line. If Montgomery Catholic's coaches were watching that, they'd be upset about the missed tackle. Can Stokes and Stimley add one? Will you hear the cowbells? The answer is yes, we can, even before you call. Stokes and Stimley and Ken Bishop make it 7-0. The Knights lead in the semifinals. Back after a quick word from our sponsors. Little Donkey Mexican Restaurant in East Chase is Montgomery's go-to spot for high school tailgating and pre-gaming this year. With family fajita packs, taco packs, and famous fried chicken packs, you can feed groups of any size, or you can try their chip and dip platters for any sized crowd. And they've made it easy to order. Just go to the website at thelittledonkey.com. Choose the Montgomery location and choose pickup or delivery to place your order. Little Donkey Mexican in East Chase. Mexican food with a southern soul. Little Donkey in East Chase, Mexican food with a southern soul. That sounds familiar. 6:02 on the clock in your We Lunch It first quarter of play. And We Lunch It is going to bring you a kickoff. We get to do those once every game by the rules, and then however many times per game, every time we score. And we have now just done that. The Knights lead 7-0, and kicking from left to right.
Got
JP Costa.
back there
They sure
the
do.
ball.
All the way down. This one's caught at the 12. Brings it out to the 20, 25 still on his feet with green grass at the 30, 35, down at the 41-yard line. It'll be
kicker.
1st and 10.
That's the kicker.
JP Costa in on the tackle. It takes 11 on 11. Sometimes you got to use them all. I love it.
Yeah, great return. They just came right up the middle and made an alley for him, a lane for him. So 1st and 10 for the Wolves at the 41, Justin. 5:55 left here, first quarter.
1st down and 10 from the 41, moving from right to left. Vigor trailing by 7. It's 7-0, 5:55 on the clock. We Lunch It first quarter play, moving quickly. The home team band and cheerleaders are dancing. The defense, who has won a championship and wants to do it again, is on the field. They show that they're going to press here. And number 0, the quarterback, he's looking around all nimbly-bimbly-like and cannot get the ball out. He is going to fall. A 5-yard sack, a 5-yard loss.
Dylan
Rogers was in there.
See, that defensive play was nimbly bimbly.
Yes.
That was what they called. And caught him back there, 4-yard loss, 5:31. And the receiver, it was going to be a little screen pass on the far side. He was wrapped up. We had one guy, they had two, and he covered them both. And he went down trying to throw the ball.
He was looking. The little lights weren't twinkling. He didn't know what to do. Said, "Are you serious?" Clark goes to the ground. Here they're going to hand it off one more time. And they got to the line of scrimmage and realized it was a little full, a lot of sap, little full. Couldn't get more than a yard there. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. And
under 5 minutes already.
4:58 and counting as we get set here.
Big one here.
A huge AmeriFirst Bank 3rd down right here.
Justin, got to stop him.
Trying to see what the Knights defense can do. All right. They're looking into their playbook. 8 rolls around, throws deep, and nobody there. Nobody there. They're looking at each other. No flag.
That's a good thing because
and incomplete pass.
You could have thrown a flag there. You could have. Whoever it was against, you could have thrown a flag, and looks to me like they're going to let them play.
Yeah.
Ineligible receiver
downfield, and we're going to 3rd down and long. The coaches are asking each other. They're talking to the white hat.
Decline.
Why is the carpet all wet, Todd? Well, they said, I don't know, Margot, and made a declined motion to the white hat. I'm just going to keep them coming. You just get ready. I got about 40 more ready to go.
The camper.
4:36. There's an RV.
Okay.
4:36 to go. It's 4th down and 9. The decline penalty sends the punt return team out there.
Light them up.
And
plug it in.
We are at the 28-yard line. Michael Sheffield at the 28. We're kicking from the 28. 28 and
Somebody moved.
And
Somebody moved.
The offense was not ready.
Oh,
they're counting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Let's
6,
all
7,
count.
8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh, they paused and said, "Oh, maybe it is enough." All right, they're going to re-snap it. They're going to re-snap it.
I love it.
They're waving the flag off.
Can't count.
Officials will look at that one next week. 4:36 on the clock. Knights lead 7-0, trying to get the ball back. 4th down and 9 upcoming, awaiting the snap. And look at there. Still some motion. I don't think that's going to fit in your living room.
No.
And they're going to back them up. Offsides against Vigor. They're going to make the 4th and 9 more like a 4th and 14.
They need to tag a leash on the bumper and keep them from backing up.
Listen, dug it out of the ground myself. 4:36 on the clock. 4th down and 14. We lunch it first quarter of play. Lighten up here. A low snap. Plenty of time for the kick, and this one's going to go a little to the right. It bounces. It takes a Vigor bounce, but Michael Sheffield's going to scoop it up cleanly and return about a 4-yard before making it to the far boundary. They'll put him out at the 40-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights with 4:24 to go in your We Lunch at first quarter. Knights lead 7-0.
4.5 minutes left in the first quarter, and I'm going to go out on a limb here, and we're going to run left tackle or right tackle.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if
grind up some time, and you know, if we can keep doing that, and you make 4 yards, 5 yards, let's do it. I got a lot of respect for Coach last week, winning the ball game by changing game plan mid-team. You know, put in the other quarterback and ran the ball, direct snaps, and great play, worked out great.
Giovanni Hayner, he's going to have 4 yards, 5 yards off the right hip of the right tackle. And how about should have been stopped 2.5 yards in, but old Murdoch Hayner made it about a 7-yard gain, 2nd and short from their own 46-yard line. 2 wideouts to the near side, and H-back on the far side. Giovanni in the backfield. They show a full shift. Here comes Wilson Hodges. Giovanni up at an H-back now. They'll hand it off in the backfield. Coming to the near side, I believe that's J.J. Williams. This same play we scored on last time, or it looks the same. And it's going to take 5 Vigor defenders to bring number 4 down. But that is a first down. Brittany Bradley can read my mind. She knew I had no idea what their mascot was. She knew.
The Wolves.
I've said it 5 times.
Me too. And
the Wolves.
Leeds are playing a team that starts with them, Moody.
Wolves, yes. Leeds and Moody. my goodness.
So he ran to the strong side of the line, but it was on the short side of the field, but he got a first down out of it.
Giovanni's going to block as they try to pass out of the backfield.
Oh.
Incomplete. number 6,
He
BJ
wanted it back.
Bedgood.
He wanted it back.
It would have only been about a 4-yard pickup there, so it would have been 2nd and 6. We'll call it 2nd and 10 now from the Wolf 41. I think that's how you do that. And that's what Brandon Bell said. This Freedom Yard Service is bringing you the next drive, this scoring drive. We got great folks here with us in the booth. Brandon's going to be our spotter. We can't tell what any of these numbers are. Galen's making it up. We're making it up. Wilson Hodges spreads way out. He's on the far hash. We're double stacked on both sides, not pancakes. Murdoch's going to get the ball and push forward for a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd and 5 upcoming.
So I imagine the Vigor fans over there are wondering, hey, what's happening in the middle of the line? How come they keep chipping away here 3, 4, 5 yards these nights? And Vigor's not used to giving up running plays like this.
And for years, Montgomery Catholic has lost the battle in the trenches. And I say for years, for decades. And so watching us win at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, so fun. Throwing towards the end zone. Montgomery Catholic trying to put another 6-6, just overthrown. And a flag comes out at the 20-yard line. B.J. Bedgood was the intended receiver. He was about 4 steps away from the ball, which makes me think that maybe there was
probably a hold back here or contact. Number 2 on the other opposing team, Vigor. Yes, about the 20 where the ref is standing there. There was a little – a bump and run. I don't know if they're going to call that or not. Let's see what they say here.
Holding against the defense.
So that's why he was so far away from that ball.
That makes sense because that's pretty cool to watch, actually. Yeah. So Giovanni's going to come off, and number 8, Zay Jackson, goes on. Montgomery Catholic's quarterback threw the ball when BJ was at the 20.
Yep.
And so a 20-yard pass in the air, the timing there. So cool. Man-to-man on the outside, Wilson Hodges on the far side in the tight end position, awaiting the snap here. Zay's in the backfield. He'll take the handoff. No, quarterback's going to keep it. No, I was fooled. Zay did have it. Either way, nothing was happening. It was a loss of 3 or 4. It'll be 2nd and about 14 upcoming from the 33-yard line.
Most penetration that they've gotten tonight, and as soon as they handed that ball off, the defense was on top of him and brought him down. 4-yard loss. 2 minutes and 15 seconds here in the first quarter. Knights lead 7-0.
7-0. They're going to hand it off to 8, and the turf brought him down. I'm going to tell you, if we were at Faulkner, he'd still be running. And
wasn't that a beautiful place to play the
that was so nice.
Game last week?
Shout out to President Mitch Henry, Billy Camp, Rick Boutwell, all the folks who made it possible.
Had a lot of fun there too, and they put us up nice in the press box was nice, but the field was so nice. The stands are nice, and parking is nice, and it's half a mile from my house.
It is. That was good. Montgomery County District 3 too.
Yes.
From the shotgun, wanting to pass, plants at the 44, throws to the end zone. This one's going to be a jump ball. Well defended, batted down, falls incomplete. B.J. Bedgood, the intended receiver, that's going to bring up a 4th and quarter mile. I think we're going to try to punch this one down. It'll be an interesting call here. If you can't kick
nice to see.
Can't really kick a field goal, so we're just going to try to pooch it down inside the 10 and see if we can stop it. 1:32 on the clock here in your We Lunch at first quarter of play. Shout out to all those business sponsors we'll talk about soon as well. We have not had a Designer Smiles Dental Studio timeout yet, and your AKD broadcast team warm in the booth, not freezing our baguettes off. The whistle will blow this one dead. That means somebody probably moved or it's a delay of game. Based on the field position, the ball at the 36, we're going to be fine. Oh, yeah, it was at 9 seconds. So offsides against the good guys. The Knights back up, and so 4th and a quarter mile turns into 4th and a third of a mile.
I don't think that hurts us a bit. Makes it a little easier to peg it inside the 10.
Yeah, I don't. So standing on his own 49 is Russo. We await the snap. I say it's Russo. Let's get a look there. Make sure that's not a 40. And this one is going to be a boomer 8 yards into the end zone. Listen, it's genetic. If you've never seen a Russo kick, that one went 55 in the air yards. He's learned from his little sister, Anna, who will be playing for a state championship on Wednesday at 11 a.m.
I'm so excited about that.
So cool.
Proud of him. That is cool.
Cool.
So I always like sizing up teams.
Yeah.
And let me tell you what, they've been there this year. and I saw the pictures of them, maybe a little video of them now.
Right.
They are meaner, faster, tougher. They're ready. They're going to win.
And Winona, who beat us last year in overtime,
right.
They got beat in the semi. So
Okay,
we'll be playing
okay.
Moody. The girls will be playing Moody, and the boys might play Moody if the boys make it out tonight.
That would be interesting.
Keeping it on the ground with 1:15 to go in your We Lunch at first quarter. The Wolves of Vigor pick up 3. It'll be second and a long 7.
We beat them both, I predict, and then they're really moody.
It will be quite moody. Montgomery Catholic leads 7-0. If you're joining us on Facebook, thank you for peeking into the booth. It's the AHSA football playoffs, so we can't bring you the field. That's got to be on the NFHS network, a pay-per-view site. 47 seconds and counting. We Lunch It is about to have their last first quarter of the playoffs here before a championship. And going to be sacked. Oh, just gets the ball off. This one will fall incomplete. Miles Cotry in defense there for number 14. Flushed from the pocket by Dylan Rogers. KJ Jackson was there. And, of course, usually at the scene of the crime, Harrison Rogers.
So that was a replay of a video I watched several times in doing a little game prep today, Doug. I did do a little game prep. And he's so evasive. We had him all but wrapped up and tackled, and a lot of people would have given up, but he did not, got the ball out just a little bit out of bounds.
I wondered where Dave Bosco was. He's at supper. We'll just get him an update. As on 3rd and long, thank you to the AmeriFirst Bank, Vigor Wolves want to pass this one. Not really anybody in the vicinity. It will fall incomplete. Stops the clock with 28.2 seconds.
Yeah, it was the ugliest pass we've seen of him tonight. They've been getting him a lot of pressure, and I'm sure that has influenced him. And so to bring up 4th and about 7, they're lined up to punt. Their punter, Justin, is inside the 10.
Yeah, standing on his own 8 or 9 yard line, punting into the wind. There's a slight breeze on those goalpost ribbons. 28.2 seconds in your We Lunch at first quarter of play. And at the end of this, we'll have a word from our sponsors. Beautiful snap. Taking all the time in the world. This one will bounce at his own 45 and roll across the 50 to the other 45, where it will be touched down by a Vigor Wolf. And Montgomery Catholic's defense did their job. The offense will take the field with 17.3 seconds to go. I want to say thanks to our business sponsors, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, Hoops League, Houston Clinic, Dr. Brian Kelly Podiatrist, J.C. Love, Montgomery County Probate Court, Warren Averett, Dirk's Filet and Vine, and Capital and Colonial Trailways.
Congratulations to ASU with the big victory yesterday. Saw the commissioner, yourself, with the mayor, Doug Singleton.
And the sheriff.
And the sheriff coming. That's what reminded me of it. And great to see him out there. He looked sharp.
That was my first Turkey Day Classic parade, but their 100th. It was a lot of
We're
fun.
running up the middle.
How about Montgomery Catholic? It can't
5,
be
10,
tackled.
15
yards. It is
yards.
a 15-yard pickup. And if you can't hear the cowbell, then you may not know that was Gigi himself. Actually, it looked like it was Michael Sheffield. We're going to give Gigi. It was Gigi. Good. All right. Old Doc Hayner himself on the last play of the We Lunch at first quarter. Montgomery Catholic leads 7-0. Had a big red flag pass control first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Wolf 42. We'll be right back with a word from our sponsors.
Your next adventure is calling. Avis Car Rentals can get you there. Need a car for your next trip or while your car is in the shop? Brian Bonikowski and Scotty Parrish at Avis Car Rentals are ready to get you where you want to go. Visit avis.com for your special offer.
A proud supporter of the Catholic Knights and giving you the smile you deserve, visit Dr. Jennifer Richardson at Designer Smiles Dental Studio for routine cleanings to a brighter smile. Designer Smiles Dental Studio on Chantilly Parkway. Visit designersmilesdental.com to become a patient today.
Catering lunches since 1998, We Lunch It partners with area private schools to provide nutritious and delicious lunches for students and teachers. A team dedicated to customer service and committed to delivering high-quality food for our school families. We Lunch It takes the worry out of the lunch rush. Let us cater to you. Visit WeLunchIt.com to learn more. The Wolves of Vigor have made their way north to Montgomery Catholic. 12 minutes are on the clock. Brittany Bradley, already changed the scoreboard to say second quarter. And if you've seen that, you know that the Knights lead 7-0. Your AKD broadcast team excited to bring you first down and 10.
And momentum's with us, and we're going to march down the field here and score in the early part of this second quarter.
Big shift there. Daniel Burns and Wilson Hodges move from left to right. Then they are going to pass it to Wilson wide open. I said Wilson shifted. He must have stayed on this end. Wow, that was awesome. Big
waiting
first down.
for the ball, perfect throw, and Vigor covered him up pretty quick. But first and 10, 11:47, clock's rolling.
15-yard pickup on first down. Thank you, Red Flag Pest Control. 3 wide outs to the far side. Giovanni's going to get it, picks up 5, still churning 6, falls forward 7. It'll be a second down and 3 for the Knights. Forward momentum definitely working well here for Montgomery Catholic. Same setup, 3 wideouts on the far side. B.J. Bedgood, your far guy out. Wilson inside of him, and then I believe J.J., all based on body type. I can't see a single number. Trying to draw him off sides with one clap. Giovanni moves now left after nobody budges for the Wolves. It's second down and 2, trying to get into the red zone. They will hand it off to Giovanni, and he will shake, rattle, and roll
Picks
inside
his way through
the
there.
15. It's a Red Flag Pest Control, and it'll be first down and 10 in the red zone. Looks like from about the 14-yard line, Mike.
Those last 2 runs, I could see Giovanni pick his way through the defenders and our guys blocking for him, and he turned it from a, getting wrapped up after 2 into a nice gain. So it brings up a first and 10.
A Designer Smiles Dental Studio timeout there, taken, I believe, by Vigor as they try to get set. 10:46 on the clock. Montgomery Catholic leads 7-0. We'll be back after this.
The smile on your grandchild's face, the beautiful sunset, watching television, or reading a book. These are things we sometimes take for granted, which is why it's important to protect your eyesight. For over 30 years, families in the River region have trusted iTech, the Institute for Total Eye Care, for professional, reliable, and affordable eye care. Make an appointment now to make sure you are protecting your most important sense, your eyesight. iTech, Alabama's premier medical and eye care facility located on Carmichael Court North next to the Cancer Center in Montgomery and on US 231 in Wetumpka. iTech, for the only eyes you'll ever have.
Stay tuned tonight for your iTech halftime show. We've got a repeat, but it's a good one. Joseph Schultz, Father Joseph Schultz, and Agnes Armstrong are going to be joining us one more time as we get to learn more about our campus ministry program. From the shotgun, motion to the far side. Giovanni's going to get it. He will run off the hip of the right tackle. Gets a good block and 5 yards. It'll be second and 5 from the 9-yard line.
All right, I'm ready for him to run outside now.
10:30 and counting. The Knights lead 7-0.
Change it up a little bit.
El Taco Shop, second quarter. El Taco Shop needs a touchdown. Ken Bishop, where are you? Doc Hayner gets it, falls forward enough to move the chains. Red Flag Pest Control. First down inside the 10 means it is first and goal, and here comes the heavy package. Garrett Sanford is on the field.
It's crazy that we're doing that kind of moving their defensive line back, not with the heavy package
I
in there.
love it. I love it. Dylan Rogers is in there. Number 2, Joe Pierce is in there. Number 5, KJ Washington. They'll direct snap to Joe Pierce, and he is going to be tackled in a 1-to-1 matchup just across the line of scrimmage. We were on the 4-yard line, made it to the 2-yard line, and a linebacker for the Wolves came in and absolutely stood him up. That is hard to do, but that's what happens in the 4th round of the playoffs.
They're calling a penalty against us, saying that we jumped, and they're going to back us up 5 yards here. So from inside the 5, we're going to be inside the 10.
All right, first down. Offsides there called against the Knights. Gonna move us back. It will be first down and still goal. Goose and Eddie Tatum are watching, we just learned. And so, guys, we're going to try to get y'all into the end zone here. Coach, we're going to make you proud. 9:41 and counting from the shotgun. Still got the heavy package in. Direct snap. Number 2, Joe Pierce going to come to the near side. He's going to waltz into the end zone. He's going to leap across the line. He won't be touched. He'll be good for 6. Touchdown, Montgomery Catholic.
I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say 13-0 your score. Thank you, Ken Bishop, your State Farm agent, and Stokes and Stimley going to try to get us one more, the extra point off the foot of number 40, J.P. Costa.
You and I could have run.
I think we could have.
It was huge, wide open, up the middle, up the middle, up the middle, up the middle, then direct snap and come around this left side. There was about an 8-yard lane.
I'm telling you, a one-footed duck could have swam around the end of that line.
And he did leap. I love that. You're afraid you're going to get tackled right there at the end. He jumps up at the end, and it was great.
Well, hey, look, we're over here talking about how big it was. Guess why there was such a –
because we held?
Apparently there was holding.
Yeah.
They're going to back us up, so it'll be first and goal from about the 42-yard line. No, seriously, the 18. They put in the regular offense. Giovanni will get it. Number 11 pushes forward. He'll pick up 5 down to the 12-ish yard line, and it'll be second and goal. We've had 2 penalties and three plays. And here come the big boys again.
Yeah, I was counting my
Here
ducks
come
before they were
KJ. Here
hatched.
comes Dylan. Here comes Garrett Samford. JP is still out there, of course. And Ricky's coming off, and we're going to get set. One wide out to both sides. They will likely just be man-to-man blocking. Don't anticipate number 2 to throw the ball. They're going to direct snap, I believe, to Dylan Rogers, or it was a bad snap.
It bounced off his chest, landed on the ground. He immediately covered it up, and it was either 32 or 52.
They're going to call offsides.
Against us?
Yeah, against
the
the Knights.
We were moving. We were.
So, I mean, these guys are running shuttles.
Yeah.
They're coming back off. We're running suicides on and off the field here, and pick up the eraser, go to the other end of the gym. This is Queen of Mercy PE now. My goodness.
If they don't score here, they're going to be running suicides.
This is second down and goal from the 20. 2 wideouts to both sides from the shotgun. Giovanni's going to pass block. This will be a pass. Falls incomplete. Well defended by the Wolves. And directly in front of their cheerleaders. They're going to get pretty excited over there. There may be a flag on the play, or they're just talking about getting the ball back. It just got real quiet.
It did.
8:27 to go in the El Taco Shop second quarter.
Looked like clean defense over there. Ball was a little bit out of reach, but it was a good thing because otherwise their defender would have brought it down and intercepted the ball. The clock stopped 8:27 here in the second quarter.
Third and goal, a pass caught at the line of scrimmage. A flag will come out. That's probably going to be holding against the Knights. Would not be surprised for that to be declined if that unfolds as we predict. It would be fourth down and goal from about the 15 if the penalty is a non-factor here. The white hat and the far line judge are discussing. Looks like it is a hold against the Knights. He will go over and discuss with the green-clad coaches of Vigor. That was a quick discussion, and it looks like it's going to be – they have not motioned yet. Have not motioned. All right, they will adjudicate the penalty. So they want third and even longer. Holding against the Knights. Repeat third down. All right, so now third and goal. All right, Kingston Pryor, freshman quarterback, make them regret it.
Absolutely.
2 wideouts to the near side, 2 to the far side. Third down and goal from the 26-yard line. Snaps into the shotgun, needs some good pass blocking, gets it. Throws to the near corner of the end zone. This one is, again, well defended. And Michael Sheffield, the intended receiver there, it was right in front of him, but incredibly well defended in a man-to-man situation. And the Knights are chewing up a little bit of time. 8:07 on the clock in the second quarter, brought to you by El Taco Shop. Montgomery Catholic's going to send the punt team out and hope that number 31, Matt Russo, doesn't kick this one on top of the roof of the gym, and we'll try to flip the field a little bit. Kicking. He will stand on his own, on the Wolf 36. So just too far, and they're probably going to take a delay of game here. I would not be surprised. We're under 5 seconds. There comes the flag by the back judge. They'll put a new game or play clock on the timer. It will be a delay of game. That will move the line of scrimmage from the 28. Let's see, 28 or 29. They have not started ticking this one off yet. All right. Delay of game was declined. How about that one? It'll be fourth down, and they get no no breathing room here. Snapping from her own 27, or from the Vigor 27, and we need to get this one up and down, and this one is going to land in the end zone and out of bounds. Just too strong. Been a lot of time in the weight room there as we flip the field. It'll be about a 7-yard exchange. They'll move to the touchback. We'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. 8 minutes, make it 7 minutes and 59 seconds. The Knights lead 7-0. 3 penalties on a goal line stand there by Vigor. Well, the penalties by Montgomery Catholic and a given touchdown back.
Yeah, we scored touchdown. It was called back. We were first and goal inside the 5, ended up being, third or fourth down with 25 yards to go because of our penalties. And now Vigor has the ball, first down, coming this way.
All right, defense on the field. They're going to do what they do best, and they do it. A loss of 6 on the play, back to the 13-yard line, tackled in the backfield. They had just made the handoff, and I can't see who made the tackle.
Believe Keltrick. Believe.
Number 5, KJ Washington, got in there, got him down. I'm going to tell you, so number 50, Garrett Sanford, is just salivating at each snap of the ball. And watching him want to break through there, those guys are going to get tired of having to defend him.
Met his grandfather. He's here.
They're
right?
here. They got a lot of folks here tonight, more than usual, and some still listening. Got a bunch up in maybe Illinois, up north somewhere for sure.
Going around the far side.
They're going to run
upfield.
away from Garrett Sanford. Finally goes out after a gain of 3 on the far boundary marker. We'll stop the clock at 7:08 to go before intermission. The Vigor Wolves on offense now facing a long third down and about 13. And this is going to be an AmeriFirst Bank stop for the Knights, who lead 7-0. 7-0. Your El Taco Shop's second quarter is going to have a big third down opportunity right here. Gavin Phelan, number 14, over here talking with the coach, directly to Coach Jay, and they will make some changes. Gavin discussing with his teammates. They'll shift slightly. Man-to-man on this near side. They are wanting to throw, and there was a miscommunication or a bad route there. Number 10, the intended receiver. This one will fall incomplete. Bryce Carter for the Knights was on defense there and played his man. Did not influence this ball falling incomplete, but it's going to bring up a 4th down and 13. AmeriFirst Bank and your Knights defense did exactly what they needed to.
Yeah, their quarterback just dropped back and threw the ball. Timing route, nobody within 5 yards of it. Falls on the ground. 7:01, the clock is stopped. Little wind kicking up out of the north to the punter's back, who's standing on about the 5-yard line from left to right. I assume that's Michael, standing on about the 47.
Yep, in Vigor territory, and this is going to be returnable. Caught at the 45, needs to make one man miss. He does. Comes to the near side, 40. Needs to get outside of a would-be tackler, and he will be brought down right at the 40. I'm going to back him up 1 to the 41. Sheffield, about a 6-yard return, worked hard for every one of those yards. And it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Knights. So this is what you got to do in championship play. You wanted it. You were 1st and goal. Had one given back because of a holding penalty. Found yourself 1st and goal from the 27. Had to punt, and here we are. You played defense, and we've got the ball back on the 41-yard line. So a loss of just a few yards here, and you're back in business. Turned about 2 minutes off the clock, 6:47 to go before the half. Knights lead 7-0. Very tight set on the near hash. They'll hand it off to Giovanni, and he will get stopped a yard into this run at the 40-yard line. They'll blow it dead before anybody hits the turf, and it'll be 2nd down and 9 upcoming for the Knights.
2nd and 9, and Giovanni hit some pretty heavy opposition there in the middle of the line this time. He's been getting about 3, 4, and 5 yards, just squeaked down a yard. 2nd and 9, 6 minutes and 18 seconds. And they're going back up the middle. Giovanni, though, he goes 5 yards, 7 yards, 8 yards, 9 yards, and they pull him back short of the 1st down. Looks like it's going to bring up 2nd and short.
So the
third and short.
The wet turf tonight definitely playing a factor here. Need some of that non-nutritive cereal varnish on the ball tonight. It seals and coats, doesn't allow the milk to penetrate. 5:50 on the clock, 3rd and short. They brought in the heavy set. JP, can you do it? Number 2 gets it. He's got a first down off of a great block, and that'll be a red flag. Pest control, first down.
First down, Justin.
Another land speed record for JP. He's going to move the ball far enough. Needed 3 yards, got every one of them, plus about 4 inches. The ball now placed at the Vigor 30-yard line, actually down inside the 30 at the 29. They'll hand it off, and the ball's on the ground, and we were able to pick it up immediately. So the ball carrier there was number 7, Josh Harriel, and number 1, Kingston Prayer, was able to pick it up. He had stayed kind of back in that shotgun position. No shock there. Number 7 will come off. 11 back out on the field. 3 wideouts to the far side, the nearest of which is J.J. Williams. He's got a touchdown tonight, a 60-yard rushing touchdown. Michael Sheffield in the slot, and then I would assume B.J. Bedgood outside of there. A little quick pass into J.J. It's caught and complete for about 6 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 upcoming, and guess who they send in? The big boys.
Big boys. That play has worked well, and I guess they set that up by that run up the middle, run up the middle, run up the middle, and then a little 6 or 7 yard pass. It's hard to defend because it's so quick. 3rd and 3. Kingston up the middle, or direct snap to, and he's on his feet, still going 5-10 inside the 10, all the way to the 6 yard line.
Look at Joe Pierce.
It was direct snap to Joe Pierce.
I think so. Running like crazy. So how about an offsides against the Knights there? That is no good.
Deja vu all over again. Come on, Knights. 4 minutes, 24 seconds left here in the second quarter. The frustration you hear in my voice is that we just did this, a whole set of downs, and we scored, got that called back, and they kept backing us up. So here we are again. It was offsides. Knights are backing up instead of being 3rd and short, getting the first. We're backing up. It'll be 3rd and about 7 or 8, 4.5 minutes about here left in the first quarter. The Knights are lined up, ready to go, waiting for the referee to say play ball.
All right, Sal, Vincent, and Natalie are going to try to get us a first down here. Direct snap to number 2. 3rd and long is going to pick up 5 between the tackles. And it's going to bring 4th down and about 3 yards. This is go for it territory. There's 4:04 on the clock. The Knights lead 7-0.
Come on, we need to show a little pep here.
A little pep would be good. All right, quick to the line of scrimmage. Direct snap again. Needs a block. He's got it. Puts his head down and runs. And on 4th and 3, Joe Pierce picks up about 6 yards into the red zone. And barring any penalties, which I don't see, 1st down and 10. A red flag pest control first down. Michael Sheffield, the solo wideout on the near side. We got 2 guys up on the far side. And in at quarterback
JJ, right?
is JJ right now. We'll see if that changes. Keltrick and Dillon will flank him in an H-back type position. We're still in that kind of wildcat setup. Direct snap to number 4. He's got it. He's got the legs. He just needs to turn the corner. A little stutter step, stop, and he wants to pick up even more. It would be a first down if we made it to the 6, and we are going to be close. Joe Pierce will exchange with Michael Sheffield, and it is going to be a 2nd down and very short, less than a yard. Red flag pest control can still get us a first down inside the red zone. 2nd and not goal, 2nd and 1 from inside the 10. Direct snap called for. He'll tuck. He'll run right. He'll push forward. We won't make it to the end zone, but it will be a red flag pest control first down. Moving away from the booth towards the north end zone.
First
down and goal, Montgomery Catholic. The clock will start momentarily. It is currently paused at 2:44 and now counting. 7-0, the Knights lead. The Forsyth and Costanza crew is listening at 12-12 High Point. Jimmy and Allie and Olive from Colorado. We need to get you a touchdown. And let's just get you a Designer Smiles Dental Studio timeout. We got a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back with a touchdown from Montgomery Catholic. 2:32, 7-0 the lead. We'll be back right after this. If you have been injured in a car wreck, call Stokes Stimley Personal Injury Attorneys, the home team. Your case will be handled personally by Jonathan Stokes and Joshua Stimley, an alumni of Montgomery Catholic. Call them at 334-316-4123 for a no-obligation, free consultation to discuss your options. Your home team legal counsel.
Visit El Taco Shop, Montgomery's ultimate destination for authentic Mexican cuisine. Family-owned El Taco Shop takes pride in using only the freshest ingredients and time-honored recipes to bring you the true flavors of Mexico. Check out our menu at eltacoshopal.com.
All right, here we go. 2:32 on the clock, and the band makes their way from the Vigor stands to the home field sideline, and we are 2 minutes and 32 seconds away. The Knights lead 7-0 in the El Taco Shop second quarter, trying to get into the end zone. First and goal from the 5, a direct snap, and almost tackled in the backfield. Number 18 for the Wolves was on the prowl but unable to make the shoestring tackle. He'll make it down to the 3-yard line, and it looks like Aaron Taylor's helmet came off, so AT will trot to the sidelines. They need somebody to replace him, and we may have to take a timeout to get things straight. They have not actually signaled. They blew a whistle but have not signaled yet. I'm not sure if the clock was running or not, and I'm not sure if they know what's going on, but they've made their way off the sidelines, and yes, Montgomery Catholic's going to call a timeout. And we get paid to do this, so we're going to let the sponsors have a moment. Back 7-0 in just a moment.
3 Squared Technology Group is a proud supporter of Montgomery Catholic, providing exceptional IT industry solutions with impeccable customer service and attention to detail since 2016. 3 Squared takes pride in offering real IT solutions for clients nationwide. Visit their website at 3squaredtechnology.com. That's the number 3, squaredtechnology.com.
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crust, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Ken Bishop will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Ken Bishop in Montgomery today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Ken Bishop, your State Farm agent, is going to try to get us into the end zone right here. Second and goal from the 2-yard line. The heavy set is on the field. One wide out to both sides. J.J. Williams will take the snap. He needs a hole. He needs to push forward. He's at the goal line. It looks like he's going to be stopped just short. The ball is about a foot from the goal line, and they want to go fast. They're back to the line of scrimmage. Third and goal. Can they draw them off sides? Can they snap it and go? They will snap. I'm not sure that they went, however. It will now be fourth and goal. A quick snap and a hard stop. The Wolves of Vigor were really able to build a wall there. Montgomery Catholic unable to get into the end zone, and now it's fourth down. They'll keep the same set on the field. This heavy set backed up at quarterback by J.J. Williams. He started the year 4 games at least in that position. And here, everybody in the stands knows he's getting the ball and he's going to be running. On fourth down, we're at 16 seconds on the play clock, 1:31 and counting on the game clock. Almost halftime. J.J. takes the snap, comes to the near side, but a whistle will stop this. And it was a timeout. Montgomery Catholic didn't like what they saw and took a Designer Smiles Dental Studio timeout. Your AKD broadcast team has 1:27 before intermission. Right now, the Knights lead 7-0. Back right after this.
Dogwood is a proud sponsor once again of Montgomery Catholic football. Hi, I'm Brian Harris, owner of Dogwood, based right here in the Montgomery area. Who are we? Dogwood is your organization's outsourced marketing solution. We can supplement your current marketing staff or be your marketing department as a whole. We have a staff of experts so you don't have to. Want to check out our work? Visit montgomerycatholic.org or holyspiritmgm.org. Ready to talk? Visit dogwd.com. dogwd.com.
dogwd.com. That's our friend Brian Harrison, Dogwood. Dogwood does such a great job in more than just websites. Give them a call here. Maybe they can get us into the end zone. And when we say they can get us into the end zone, it's usually Ken Bishop for a touchdown. But now we're going to kick for 3 and a 10-point lead. This is a chip shot. They're going to draw them off sides. So on fourth and goal from the 1, they will draw them off sides. That will be held against the Wolves. and we will see. The question is that enough for a first down? Excuse me, not a first down. Is it close enough to the goal line that we want to punch it in? All right, so it is going to be half the distance to the goal, and Coach does like the distance. So on 4th and goal, instead of from the 2 or so, it's going to be 4th and goal from just inside the 1. The heavy package is on. I wish I had binoculars, but I'm going to tell you, we're going to watch. All right. Yeah, so the white hat was just motioning. Looks like offsides against defense. Start the clock on him. 1:27 currently on before intermission. 4th down and goal. Low snap, picks it up, launches himself into the end zone. Montgomery Catholic scores. Thank you, Ken Bishop. Thank you, Montgomery Catholic, able to get 6 points with 1:23 before your iTech halftime show. Ken Bishop, your State Farm agent, dials one in deep into the end zone, launching himself over the line of scrimmage. I believe that was number 4, J.J. Williams.
Leaped in, you're right.
Oh, he did, hurdled it.
So we've had about 18 tries here down on this end. Finally got in.
And so now Stokes and Stemley is going to kick for post. This one is good. The Knights lead 14-0. And we got a number of priests here. I got Father Den Irwin right in front of the booth here, and Father Jimmy Dean out there. We're going to have Father Joseph Schultz in 1:23 with Agnes Armstrong, as we are about to have one more Little Donkey Mexican restaurant kickoff. So I missed the opportunity for a commercial break, but I just want to remind you, if you're on with us on Facebook, all 150 families right now, which is crazy. It's about 500 people just listening on Facebook. Remember, you might be on Praise 965 on the app or 965.com. 1:23 to go in the El Taco Shop. Second quarter, iTech halftime show. We've got Agnes Armstrong and parochial vicar at St. Bede Parish, Father Joseph Schultz, talking about all things campus ministry and just get a peek through a little window into their world of what they do every day, bringing the faith to life as the bedrock of all things here in Montgomery Catholic. Little Donkey Mexican Restaurant, squib kick. This one's going to go through the legs of number 11. It'll be picked up at the 20. Moves to his left and tackled from behind. He's still on his feet at the 14-yard line. This is a dangerous return. When you get that many Knights in one place, you're just going to lose field position and try not to get hurt. 1:13 on the clock as about 8 of the 11 kickoff folks were at the scene. I love 22 Sal Barenko was right in the middle of it.
Even Michael Sheffield. He's an athlete. He's all over the field, both sides and
these guys
special
are
teams.
salivating to get in there. Watching J.P. Costa even try to lick his lips a little bit trying to get in there and be on the tackle stat. The defense will swarm the line of scrimmage. The Wolves of Vigor have 73 seconds before intermission. 3 wideouts to the near side. They want to pass. Plants. Nope. He's going to tuck it. Run. He's got 5. He's got 10. He will break one tackle, go out of bounds after a gain of nearly 20 yards up to the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. A very preventative situation here from the Montgomery Catholic defense as K.J. Washington, number 5, will run back out onto the field. He'll exchange places with, I believe that's Trevon Orem coming off.
Tell you what, we've given up a lot of yards in that prevent defense that you're talking about, and we need to put some pressure on this young man.
B.J. Bedgood playing man-to-man right here. They want him to get an interception. They're going to tuck it and run again. A pickup of 9 on the ground, so it'll be 2nd down and 1, trying to get to midfield. The ball at the 47 in Knights territory, under 60 seconds. Scratch that. Right at 50 seconds, and I believe we're going to have a timeout. Timeout called by the Wolves of Vigor. We are in the 5A, 4th round, semifinal game. The Knights lead by 2. It's 14-0, and a Designer Smile Dental Studio timeout.
2 touchdowns.
No.
2 touchdowns.
Look, they did not call a timeout.
Official timeout.
All the coaches are yelling, get back out on the field. That was very strange. Everybody in the stands thought it was too. Throwing to the near side, and this one's going to be caught, and it's a hospital pass. Michael Sheffield was there to defend, caught at the line to gain, and we're not sure. I think it's going to be either 2nd and 1. Yeah, 2nd and 1 from the 45, trying to get to the 44, right in front of the booth. 3 wideouts to the near side. Knights on defense to our right. Quarterback, again, going to tuck it, wants to run from the shotgun, and he will be pushed out of bounds by number 0, Charles Chappelle, at the Knight 35-yard line, maybe the 36. But again, 17.5 seconds on the clock. It stops because he goes out of bounds. They'll move the chains. 1st and 10 for the Wolves. They trail by 2 scores, 14-0. Trying to get to your iTech halftime show. The Knights defense wants to preserve the shutout. Deacon Mike, we
love a shutout, and we need to put pressure on this quarterback, make him throw an errant throw, and get a pick 6 here to go into the locker room.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers from the 45-yard line. He stands, wants to throw, and he's going to have to deal with Garrett Samford from behind. He's got number 50 over his back, on his shoulders, riding him into the turf, and they will take a timeout. 8.9 seconds to go, and the defense comes up big. It'll be 2nd and 15 upcoming for Vigor. They trail 14-0.
Hey everyone, this is Alex Taylor with American Classic Designs. AKD has been Central Alabama's leader in custom apparel and promotional products for more than 30 years. From event-specific t-shirt designs, embroidered corporate logos, or promotional pieces to help spread your brand awareness, our team is ready to help. AKD also powers online customizable stores that both spread school spirit as well as fundraising for an important cause. Call us at 334-277-8433 or visit our website at goakd.com. AKD, meeting all your needs down to a T.
All right, look at the time, 8.9 seconds. I hope you've done your homework, fed the hog, and cleaned your room. It is 14-0 here, but it is 21-14 in Jackson. The Cardinals of St. Michael Catholic High School are in another close one. They've scored twice, but Jackson has scored 3 times. Your Montgomery Catholic Knight defense on the field, 8.9 seconds to go, and with an empty backfield, 2nd and 15, 3 wideouts to the far side. They want to pass. He will heave this one towards the end zone. It is up. It's a jump ball, and it is caught by Vigor in the end zone. Caught by Vigor in the end zone. Is there a signal? Was it a touchdown? And with 1.5 seconds on the clock, there were 4 Vigor receivers and 5 Montgomery Catholic defenders. And I think the guy who caught it while in the air and landed on his back. And of course, you can't see, so I'm correct. But with 1.5 seconds to go, the first points in postseason that we've seen in quite some time given up by the defense, and the kick looks a little left. No, it looks perfect to the guys who matter. And with 1.5 seconds to go, the Knight lead of 14-0 has been cut in half. Vigor scores. It's 14-7 now, as we are about to be at your halftime. Again, it's your iTech halftime, and we're going to do something a little bit different tonight. So you've got Father Joseph Schultz and Agnes Armstrong talking about campus ministry. And then as long as everything goes like it's supposed to, our family and alumni roll call sponsors will follow that before we come back live to start the second half. And so usually we start with family and alumni roll call, but we're going to finish with family and alumni roll call tonight. 1.5 seconds on the clock, and Montgomery Catholic leads 14-7. Your AKD broadcast team tonight staying warm in the booth. Daniel Harbin here, sort of warm in the booth. Brittany Bradley's never truly warm. And Deacon Mike and I are bringing you this game. And I just want to shout out everybody in the concession stand. We've got folks who signed up to work tonight in the concession stand that have worked almost every single game. We called for families who hadn't been in there yet to come, and I'm going to say it. They didn't show up. They didn't do it. And who did show up? The same folks who give of their time, talent, and treasure every week said, hey, we'll do it one more time. So thankful. I hesitate to say a name because the 8 or 10 of them, I wouldn't want to leave one out. You guys know who you are. You might even be able to hear me right now on the radio in there with Clay Cleghorn and company. If you are in the stands at halftime, go see those guys. Get you a bacon cheese chicken sandwich. All right, Little Donkey isn't sponsoring it because the visiting team is kicking it, but the Knights will cleanly receive it and head to the half. 0.0 on the clock. It's your iTech Institute for Total Eye Care halftime show. After that kickoff, the Knights lead 14-7. We'll be back in 20 minutes. I'm Justin Costanza.
I'm Deacon Mike Costanza. And go Knights.
Kind of give an idea of what you do right now. Yes, I'm the parochial vicar at St. Bede on Atlanta Highway. Father Alex is my pastor. I've been.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your halftime show. This is Justin Costanza. We have two great guests. This is your Institute for Total Eye Care, the iTech halftime show, and campus ministry is on the docket. Lauren Hoyer, we're channeling you in. We got two of the crew with us. You guys introduce yourself, Miss Armstrong.
Hey, I'm Agnes Armstrong. Thanks so much for having us. We're excited to talk about ministry this year.
Awesome.
And I'm Father Joseph Schultz. Happy to be here.
All right, so Father, you're at the mic. We'll start with you. Give us kind of the lay of the land for you. You are the parochial vicar. You're at St. Bede. Say all those things and re-say what I just said. Kind of give an idea of what you do right now.
Yes, I'm the parochial vicar at St. Bede on Atlanta Highway. Father Alex is my pastor. I've been there since about June the 28th now, so we're sitting good at, 5 months. Just about,
Doing great. We're not going to be afraid to come up a little bit closer to the microphone.
Yeah, so everyone can hear me. There it is.
They want to hear us. Hey, and so as parochial vicar, you get to do, well, let's be honest, you get to do what Father Alex says. And then
yes, there's a lot of that. Yeah.
So your ministry is both at the parish and at the school. Talk about that balance. I know that's hard.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is a hard balance. Mostly the ministry, the parish comes first, obviously. So we spend a lot of time, obviously, if you've looked at our sacramental schedule at St. Bede, we offer a lot of masses. We offer a lot of times for confession and adoration. We do a lot of visits for the sick, and we're very blessed to have that as a ministry. And then secondary to that, Father Alex has made me sort of the pastor for the youth in the parish. So youth ministry is definitely a focus. And then whatever's kind of left over, but not really left over because there's a lot of time, is given to the school. And I've really been loving it here.
And we are glad to have you. You know, these young parochial vicars that have paved the way for you, each has their own spirit, their own personality, their own outlook, and you have really fit right in. I know it's hard trying to learn to be a priest, learn to be a parochial vicar, learn to work with other people, and then, oh, by the way, we're going to throw you into a school. And, something unique that you and I talked about from day one. So you're from Auburn.
Yep.
And then obviously went to seminary, and now you're a priest. Mm-hmm. But Catholic education, parochial, or, here we are, a regional model Catholic school, not part of your history in Auburn.
Yeah, not at all.
And so what has it been like now getting to step foot in a Catholic school?
Very different, very different. I kind of marvel at the idea that I come in and tell Worski up at the front, hey, you're, can I step in sort of here and just pick up the phone and say, hey, make beacons for an hour. I've never experienced school. The idea of coming through and offering confessions or even being on campus is just wild to me.
They're not doing that down the road. Can I just say that?
Yeah, well, they're not. They're not. I mean, like I grew up in a public school. I went to public school my entire life, and it's a very different priority. And I'm pretty amazed at what Montgomery Catholic is able to offer, to have religion classes, theology classes, and to be given the freedom as a priest to be on campus is really a tremendous blessing. So,
well, we are happy to have you. And as you mentioned, it's easy. They can just walk in the door. Ms. Zaworski says, hey, confessions, come on down. Not happening all over the place, and it is right here at Montgomery Catholic and, in those elementaries as well. So you get to spend time at the elementary school.
Yep.
What's the scariest grade level? If I said, hey, you're going to be in this class for the whole day.
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten. Yeah. What would be your sweet spot?
Sweet spot? Ooh, goodness. Probably like sophomores.
Okay.
I think sophomores.
Miss Hoyer just rolled her eyes and said, he has no idea.
Well, I sat in for one of her classes. I can feel that.
So you definitely know. You
Yeah.
definitely know. That is so cool. All right, well, we're going to pop back in. Miss Armstrong is with us. And, Agnes, you are a product of this school, alumni class of
16.
Class of 16.
Uh-oh.
And went to Auburn. Back. We got a lot of Auburn in the room today. Came back to Montgomery Catholic. You've been teaching. This is my
fifth year.
That makes you
it's crazy.
old.
I know. No, I'm old. I'm not as old as Father, but I'm old.
Don't tell these kids. If y'all are old, I'm messed up. This is no good. Don't tell Deacon Mike. We can't even count that high, right? Montgomery Catholic is so blessed to have you. Talk about your role here in the classroom, and then we're going to talk about campus ministry. We want both of you guys to share a little bit. Then we're going to talk about our most recent campus ministry retreat this fall. Huge, great experience, but talk about what you do.
Yeah, so I was hired on really to teach 11th grade theology. Mr. Costanza kind of recruited me, and I come here. So I teach sacraments first semester and morality second semester. So it's really scripture heavy. I like to show the word to my students and challenge them.
Wait, as a Catholic, did you just say scripture heavy?
Did you know that Catholics read the Bible?
OMG, the kids say.
I know, we're excited. So that's something that I've really grown in my love for scripture. And so showing that to students and challenging them has been really fun. And we break it down and I just ask them like, hey, this is what Jesus said. What do you think about it? And then obviously they know my perspective is Catholic, but it's because like I looked at the word and then I realized that this church aligns with the word the most. And so it's been really fun to learn from the students and to see them like, we're all puzzled. We're talking about confession right now. And I'm like, 1 John chapter 5 and John 20:23 makes no sense. What do you think about it? And we're all in the same boat. And I'm like, okay, I think it goes to confession. What do you think? So today, Father was actually there in class, and it's awesome. He'll just show up, and the students love him, and they see him, and they welcome him in class, and he just sits in the back. But today we did mock confessions. But the students were able to share. I asked them, like, hey, have you gone to confession? Would you go again? What was it like? Why would you go again? And it was really cool to hear from our non-Catholic students who've gone to confession, just their experience. And it was all about the weight being lifted off their shoulders. And so we just really have a beautifully open environment in the classroom where all ideas are welcome. I'm learning from all of my students about their faith, but also they're comfortable enough to ask the questions. And so Father stayed in my last class and they were just drilling him. Okay, so you can never talk about somebody sin in confession. What if they do this and this? And Father was just able to reemphasize the mercy of Christ that we see in Scripture, where for us it feels so disconnected because we don't love like that. But to know like, yeah, you genuinely are just forgiven, and that's it.
You know, I love this perspective. So many folks who might be tuning in right now, their only interaction with Montgomery Catholic is football. And that is one of the saddest parts of this entire broadcast, because what we have to offer is universal and it's eternal. And that's this faith foundation that we have at Montgomery Catholic. And so you guys get to do that in the classroom. What you're talking about is hard because, 30 to 40% of the students in your class are not necessarily Catholic. They're in a Catholic school, and we're going to teach the faith. Folks come to the faith year after year. That's something we could talk about, too. That might actually be its own halftime show. We're probably going to have 10 in about 12 months, students and faculty coming into the faith because of the exposure to the faith, but also to people like you who live it so well. But what I meant was, we're talking about football on the radio tonight, but what we're really doing is we're bringing the mission of our school to light. And the mission, the foundation, is that we are going to evangelize and we're going to love. And it's super hard when you put as many different kids in one place as we do at Montgomery Catholic. You get to learn some of the world's hardest lessons, but we try to do it in the safest, most loving environment to do it. And you can still have ugly and you can still have hard, but there's also redemption, which is what's cool, right? So we're learning in sacraments about reconciliation. And, my ongoing line is that you got to be sorry, for that to work. I always joke about it, but we do teach kids that they have to take responsibility. And tell Lori Gully, if you're listening, she knows my line is always, she'll say, take it to the box, Justin. And I'll say, I got to be sorry first, Lori. And jokingly, that's one of the fundamentals that we have to teach, is that, to seek forgiveness and reconciliation, it's a journey. And we want our kids to have a safe place to do that. So what you do here is so powerful. And so Agnes is with us. She's our campus ministry. She's junior theology teacher. She's a Montgomery Catholic alumni. If you're just tuning in, Father Joseph Schultz, parochial vicar at St. Bede Parish. Now let's talk about what I think is the hallmark event of the year is our campus ministry retreat, and we're going to have another one in the fall. So if you are a grandparent, a parent, or a student, and you're like, oh my goodness, that sounds awesome, mark your calendars, March 20th through the 22nd, Saturday to a Monday. Yes, you get to miss a day of school. Let's go on retreat to Holy Spirit Hall down in Baldwin County, and we just did that with a little over 90 students.
Yes.
And talk about that experience.
It is so cool. I'll tell you my favorite part. So being at Catholic school, because it's just a lot of scripture, we believe in the true presence of the Eucharist. And I think my favorite part was seeing during adoration, we had non-Catholic kids come up and kneel in front of the Blessed Sacrament. And it was the coolest thing ever. My favorite is that the students go on retreat and they'll always tell you, we're like, why do you come on retreat? Bring a friend, invite them. And
Adoration.
It's always adoration. And
Always.
it amazes me because it's our non-Catholic students who just, it is the peace of Christ that you experience there. And so what is retreat, though? Retreat is 2 days where we take the students away from distractions and give them an environment where they're in community and we're having fun, but it's Christ-centered fun, which means we're just normal. Like, it's so fun. We just get to be out of the classroom and we get to be normal with them and they get to experience us in casual conversation. And we bring people from the community who are relatable to them. We bring people who are athletic, who are playing video games, like who relate to them. And we have small groups where they're able to ask real questions. Something that was really cool, Miss Hoyer, so Lauren's entire family was able to come on this retreat. And so her husband, Dennis, is a doctorate in psychology, and he was able to come, and our scripture was Matthew 6, when the Lord talks about, like, do not be anxious. Don't you see how much I care for the lilies and the sparrows? Oh, how much I'll care for you. And so Dennis Hoyer was able to come and give a talk. We always have a prayer talk that second morning. And he just really broke down, what is anxiety? What does it mean to be anxious? And how does the Lord want us to handle this very real human emotion? And so even if you aren't Catholic, if you're just wanting to learn more about your faith or be around people who want to have fun, or maybe you just need an excuse to not be around the bad stuff, we come on retreat and we're by the ocean and we just have so much fun together. I have so many highlights. And then to see the students, I met so many freshmen that I don't really get to interact with. And so seeing them in the hallway and being able to actually say their name, and Jeremiah's popping in my classroom like literally once a day. And so it's just really fun.
It is so great. I had freshman boys in my small group this time. And, you know, they're on their very first retreat ever, and they're always so funny. You know, their favorite part, until we get to adoration, because they don't know how powerful it's going to be, their favorite part is the snacks and the hanging out and the cornhole and the football throwing and that kind of stuff. And then they realize, oh, through all that, I learned how to have genuine fun. We took all the junk that happens, and, you know, we're dealing with that. You know, we deal with what happens when we let the junk in our lives. What happens when we let that non-spiritual element drive our emotions, drive our actions, and when that becomes your psyche and that becomes commonplace, and we see issues, right? So it's almost like, and we've talked about this, what if we had every student in the school on retreat, right? We do powerful work. So maybe that's our goal.
Absolutely.
Father, we're talking about adoration. Talk a little bit. You know, we've got folks who don't know much about adoration, but maybe you have an experience in your life that was powerful through adoration, or what you've experienced bringing adoration, 3 days a week at St. Bede, and now to the students at Montgomery Catholic, that powerful impact. Share an anecdote or two about that experience.
Yeah, I think just first off, like adoration, it's adoration of the Blessed Sacrament, the Eucharist. So as Catholics, we believe that Jesus is truly present, body, soul, blood, and divinity in the Eucharist. And so we have opportunities where we take Jesus and place him in a monstrance, where he's sort of placed on a throne and adored. And so we as his children, as his sons and daughters, have the opportunity to adore him in all of his glory. And personally, I've just found that in prayer, like being placed in the presence of Christ, that there really is a difference, that you can feel Christ's presence in the room. And it's very different to feel his presence and pray with him as opposed to just kind of like at home or on my porch, when I'm doing morning prayer or something. But to actually sit in his presence is a very different thing. And so I found, when I was growing up as a kid going on retreats, that having adoration was always this moment of a profound sort of encounter with Christ himself, as opposed to me feeling like I was just kind of sitting there doing my own thing. My own sort of discernment even to the priesthood happened or was started in front of the monstrance, in front of Jesus himself in the Eucharist during adoration. And that was sort of the catalyst that even got me here. So
So moms, dads, grandparents, you hear it. You need a catalyst. You need a nudge for your grandsons and granddaughters' religious life, and really just to live a holy life. Our vocation, our call from God is to live a life that's holy. Adoration is a great opportunity for that. So find opportunities to be in front of the Blessed Sacrament. Next week we need to have you guys back. Let's just do like 22 minutes, John 6, Bread of Life discourse. We'll keep it real light. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, if you want to hear more about this, talk to your students. If you're a parent, ask your kids, are they going to the campus ministry events? Ask them about theology class. This is the hardest thing that we do at Montgomery Catholic and the most important. So
most fruitful.
It is super fruitful. And it only happens with you guys. So thanks to you guys, Lauren Hoyer, Tom Riello, the entire theology department, Joe Wilson, you might be listening out there. What Patty Secor and Kelsey are doing in the middle school, every one of those amazing elementary teachers, our faith-filled principals, everybody. It's amazing. All right, so before we go, you guys get to be you guys get to be asked some questions here, and rapid fire. First thing that comes into your head, we're going to get to know you a little bit. Everybody who comes on, all the students love to do it, and you're going to get to go first. Father, are you ready?
Sure.
All right, here we go. So this just allows folks to get to know you. All right, middle name?
Jefferson.
What's your favorite cereal?
Sounds like a Social Security quiz. My favorite cereal is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Nice. Favorite ice cream?
Bluebell chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream, bar none.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bluebell only. Shout out to Sylacauga.
Yep.
All right. You're going to sit down on the couch and binge a television show. Your first choice would be?
The Office.
The Office. I love it. Favorite movie of all time?
Mad Max Fury Road.
Ooh, wow.
Yep.
What's a movie that everybody else likes that you just can't stand?
Oh. I don't have an answer for that.
I love it. So, yeah. Agnes, you better be thinking. All right. No. She'll be next, but she's going to get similar questions, right? All right. Favorite candy bar?
Snickers.
How's it not Snickers?
Yep.
Or Reese's. That's appropriate.
Nah, Snickers is better.
Dream car?
Dream car? Ooh, man,
one that runs.
Thank goodness.
As a priest in Montgomery, I figured it would be Subaru. I didn't know.
No, I'm a Hyundai guy right now, actually. Honestly, a Toyota. I would love a Toyota.
Okay. Hey, run them into the dirt.
Yep.
Favorite saint?
St. Joan of Arc.
Last book you read?
Sanderson, The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson.
That is awesome.
Yep.
And if you got to go on vacation anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Anywhere in the world. Probably Orange Beach, because it's awesome.
Beach. It's awesome. Very good. All right, a round of applause for Father Joseph Schultz. And now, taking the microphone, your 11th grade theology teacher
I'm hoping
and campus
these are
minister,
different questions.
Agnes Armstrong. Are you ready? So usually I get to ask the kids, what's your favorite class?
Ooh.
And I'm just going to tell you.
I can throw back.
I'm going to tell you there are definitely some Miss Armstrong's theology classes
You're sucking up.
shouted out here. All right, so you're a product of Montgomery Catholic,
yes.
So we're going to ask you a couple of Montgomery Catholic quizzes or questions. What was your favorite class when you were in high school?
Honestly, all I remember is Riello.
Okay, and so I was going to say, what's your favorite teacher? We'll just say Riello, double down. I love it. Favorite high school memory?
Probably the March for Life, Snowmageddon.
Oh, Snowmageddon, that was a good one.
Justin was there.
We could do a whole show on that. All right, favorite television show?
Prison Break.
Oh, nice. Favorite movie?
Oh, I'm a sucker for any sports movie, so we'll just go maybe Wear a Marshall.
Oh, I like it. Very good. If you had to go to the mountains or the beach?
Recently, the beach.
Oh.
It used to be mountains.
All right.
I'm changing.
And would you rather own an RV or a boat?
Boat, all the way.
All the way. Favorite candy bar?
Reese's.
Guilty pleasure, drive-through restaurant, late night?
Chick-fil-A, but I'm for sure getting a cookies and cream milkshake.
Okay. All right. Early morning, I've got to get something also drive-through. What's your go-to breakfast?
Well, Starbucks, but for the coffee. Food, not that great. Food, Chick-fil-A.
Still Chick-fil-A. My goodness. You must make more money than I know. Every time I look at Chick-fil-A, they take $20 out of my wallet. Not to mention Starbucks.
That's Father Connor's influence. Father Connor's influence is Chick-fil-A.
2 breakfast bowls. All right. Last one. Favorite saint?
St. Paul.
St. Paul. Very cool. We got to pray at the tomb of St. Paul this summer. Speaking of confession, favorite place to go to confession. Say the Apostles' Creed and pray at the tomb of the man whose words lead us to Christ all the time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have been with us on your iTech, the Institute for Total Eye Care halftime show. This has been Father Joseph Schultz and teacher and campus minister Agnes Armstrong. I'll be back live for the second half with Deacon Mike Costanza right after this.
We want to thank our greater Montgomery Catholic community who have helped make this broadcast possible. And now, for your family and alumni roll call sponsors. The Aaron family, Megan, class of 2015, Riley, 2017, Mitch, 2019, Catherine, 2023, and Claire, class of 2028. Ben and Elena Barranco, class of 2002, Joan and Barry Cavan, Austin Cleghorn, class of 2021, James Cleghorn, class of 2016, Lainey Cleghorn, class of 1986, Steve and Marcia Hitson Davis, Stephen and Charlotte Deep, class of 78 in memory of Michael Deep. From our first AD, Dean DeLongchamp and his family, Mike, 1987, Michelle, 1990, and Melissa, 1995. Go Knights! De Jesus Donahue family, Catherine and Matthew Donahue, 2012, Christopher, 2018, Carlo, 2021, Mary Leet Edgar in honor of the class of 1957, Alan and Julie Emerson, class of 2000, Mary and Jim Forsyth, Sean and Laura Feely, class of 2006, the Gonzalez and Saldi family, Francisco, class of 2017, Ezekiel, class of 2019, Inez, class of 2021, and Angelise, class of 2022, Rick and Joey Harris, Helen and David Hayden, the Latham family, Bob and Bonnie McLaurin family, Mike and Carrie Moore in honor of their son Zach, class of 2019, and Sean, class of 2020, Christine and Mickey Knoll, class of 1991, Jason and Tisha Rhodes in honor of Hayden Rhodes Howell, Brian and Jennifer Rogers, Mark and Diane Schultz, Teresa and Greg Trelaw, Ricky, class of 2019, and Amy, class of 2023, Brad Walker, class of 1976, in memory of Coach Arbin. If you would like to be part of our Montgomery Catholic Knights roll call, visit montgomerycatholic.org/broadcast to join the team. Thank you, and go Knights!
For 150 years, Montgomery Catholic Preparatory School has believed in educating the whole person. Rooted in academic excellence and grounded in faith, we're preparing students not only for college, but for life. With a rigorous curriculum and small class sizes, our students receive personalized attention from dedicated and passionate teachers. Whether it's in the classroom, on the stage, or on the field, Montgomery Catholic students strive to reach their God-given potential. At Montgomery Catholic, we also know that true success goes beyond academics. Faith is at the heart of everything we do. We nurture not only minds, but souls, guiding students to live out their values with integrity and compassion. From K-3 through 12th grade, we offer a supportive, faith-filled environment where students can grow spiritually, morally, and intellectually. Montgomery Catholic Preparatory School, where faith and academic excellence come together. Visit montgomerycatholic.org to schedule a tour today and discover a place where your child can thrive.
Red Flag Pest Control is Montgomery's premier termite, pest, and mosquito control provider. Don't let pests ruin your football season. Call Red Flag Pest Control at 334-265-1831 or visit us at redflagpest.com. Red Flag Pest Control.
Montgomery Catholic Knights football is on the air thanks to our business sponsors. Montgomery County Probate Court, Judge J.C. Love III, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, Capitol and Colonial Trailways, Dirk's Filet and Vine, Dr. Brian Killey Podiatrist, Hoops League, Houston Clinic, Dr. Lee Murphy, and Warren Averett CPAs and Advisors. Thanks to our Montgomery Catholic community for supporting these generous sponsors.
We are back. Deacon Mike, I'm going to have to stand up for the second half.
Me too.
Shout out to the AKD broadcast team. Brittany Bradley making us look good here on Facebook Live. And Daniel Harbin, he is our audio engineer. Terry Barber, who Little Engine Broadcasting brings this program to life each week here and in the postseason. Looks like maybe we're going to swap halves of the field. So if you guys could see the field with 12 minutes on the clock and a Little Donkey Mexican restaurant kickoff upcoming, it's a full shift. Both sides of the field are swapping places. The Knights lead 14-7 in the semifinals. They have their hands full. But Deacon Mike, if you look at the scoreboard, it says it's a close one.
Yeah.
If we watched a transcript of the first half, we would think, man, the Knights are absolutely dominating in all ways and should have a 3-0 lead.
Which we should, and should be 21-0, not getting down about it. But so with a minute and a half, 1.5 seconds left in the first half, we allowed Vigor to throw basically a Hail Mary into the far corner of the end zone as we squib kick, and number 11 picks it up and gets down on the ground at the 48-yard line.
38-yard line. He picked it up and immediately went to the turf. He wanted nothing with that ball. Michael Sheffield trotting off the field here. I think he wanted to be able to tackle somebody on that one. The defense is on the field, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wolves.
And we dominated the first half. The score really should reflect it. We gave up that minute and a half drive right there at the end of the second quarter, but we did dominate. We shut them down offensively other than that one. We let them back in the game with some mistakes. So second half, fresh game here, 14-0. The Knights lead, and the nice thing about it is Vigor starts with a penalty and backs up, and instead of 1st and 10 from the 38, it's going to be maybe 1st and 15 from the 33. Moving left to right, 3 seconds into this third quarter, brought to us by
3 Squared Technology Group. Asim and Yolanda Walker, big supporters of everything Montgomery Catholic, and your 3 Squared Technology Group third quarters have been productive all year. We're going to try to do it here in the 14th week of play as they will hand it off between the tackles. The defense allowing nothing, maybe 1 yard. It'll be 2nd down and 14. The first play from the line of scrimmage resulted in an offsides. The second yields 1 yard on the ground. 11:42 and counting in the 3 Squared Technology Group third quarter. The Knights lead 14-7.
You know, I'm a big believer in momentum, and the momentum was moving for the Knights all through the first half and until the very end, until that 1.5 seconds left. So the Knights, I think it's very important that we shut them down here and gain the advantage again here early in the second half.
Looking to pass from the shotgun. Plants, throws very deep, and this one is overthrown by about 7 yards. It'll fall incomplete. Clock stops at 11:10. It'll bring up a 3rd and 15 for the Wolves, trying to get to their own 48-yard line.
Not tons of pressure on their quarterback this time, and in the Mike Costanza keys to the game, I think we need to defend our guy, quarterback, and we need to get after theirs. And we need to do it. We need to get in that backfield and pressure him so he's throwing that ball where he doesn't want to.
3rd down, AmeriFirst Bank sponsor. You can hear Galen McAlpine in the background over the PA. And the Knights, there is a flag. I believe that is going to be against the visitors. If Vigor move, they're going to back them up another 5 yards.
Oh, it's pointing towards us.
Oh.
Pointing towards us.
No, he just pointed in the wrong direction.
Okay, good.
I was going to say, I'm not sure how that could be a dead ball foul.
Good.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 from their own 29-yard line, maybe 28 even, and probably going to see for sure a pass here. It's not a totally empty backfield. And 1 wide out to the far side, 3 to the near side. It will be an empty backfield after motion. Sets, plants, tucks, stays on his feet. He's got 10, he's got 15, and he will go to the turf. And he is met by Gavin Phelan. In the NFL, Gavin's move was necessary. In high school, it's unnecessary, but there's no flag, no helmet-to-helmet or anything. He was just making sure he was down. It's going to be a 4th down. And I'm going to call it a long 3. And they have not.
Yeah, big decision for them. Early in the game, lots of ball to play. A big, huge risk if they were to go for it. Now, they could line up here and do one of those shift plays.
Try to draw us off sides and try to lean with it here. They do show a punt. Michael Sheffield back on our own 25-yard line to our right. A rolling snap. This one finally gets off, and it's going to have the distance right to him. Caught at the 20. Comes to the near side. Needs to turn upfield. He'll be pushed out at the 33-yard line, off by 5 there. It'll be 1st and 10 for the good guys. They've got a 7-point lead in your 3 Squared Technology Group third quarter. 10:09 on the clock. 14-7. What will we see from the offense here? They had 20 minutes at the intermission to see what we need to change and do different. Your freshman quarterback, Kingston per year, will run the play. They break the huddle. Michael Sheffield to the near side, B.J. Bedgood, and J.J. Williams on the far side. Wilson Hodges on tight end here on the near hash. And Giovanni Hayner will get it. He will push forward, keeping it on the ground, a pickup of about 3 across the 35 to the 36. And it'll be 2nd and about 7 upcoming.
2nd and 7, and Gigi runs solid. He runs low to the ground and plows through these guys. It's a lot of fun to watch. He's in the backfield again. Kingston hands off to Gigi, goes over right tackle.
Oh, he breaks a big tackle. Should have been
a little
pulled
pushing
down.
And shoving over here.
Yeah, it's going to be like that all second half. It's going to be 3rd down and a long 4 upcoming, trying to get across the 40 out to the just past the 43.
Quick up to the line. Kingston calls for the ball. They try to draw him offside. He looks over to coach. So does Giovanni. Mr. Hodges shifts over to this far side. Michael comes over to this far side. We're under 15 seconds on the play clock. Giovanni moves over to the right side of Kingston. So we have 2 receivers on this side, 2 on the far side. And he does drop back, looks downfield, but gets wrapped up. He's going to get dropped for a loss. Dropped for a loss.
Per-year sacked, a loss of about 10 on the play. Going to bring up a for sure, certain punt opportunity. The Knights with a 14-7 lead and 8:42 and counting on the clock will punt north from right to left. Matt Russo stands on his own 20-yard line. The receiver here all by himself at the 35 in Vigor territory awaits the kick. It is 4th and about 12. A high snap brings it down, and it's going to be a high but short kick, uncharacteristic. It does take a little night bounce to midfield, and it'll stop at the 49. Excellent starting field position for Vigor.
That high snap threw Mr. Russo off, and he had to get set after he was up in the air getting the ball. And so a little quick pooch kick went way up high, but not very far. Takes a little night bounce. Ball on the 49. So we've swapped the ball back and forth here in the second quarter. Knights leading 14-7. The clock is at 8:13, third quarter. Knights do lead at home. 4th round winner here goes and plays for it all, but we've got to win here tonight.
Defense wins championships, and our defense is going to have to get us there. They're going to hand it off in the backfield, and a big run here will produce about 4 yards across into Knight territory to the 46. And Miles Cotry was the single tackler there. We do have an update in the Moody Leeds game in the third quarter. Moody does lead 14-0. Montgomery Catholic leading 14-7. The 2 winners of those 2 games play in the 5A state championship next Thursday night at 7 p.m. at Protective Stadium at UAB's field. From the shotgun, motion to the far side. They'll hand it off and caught in the backfield. A loss of 4.
Nice.
The defense won't give it up. 0. Charles Chappelle in the backfield. And a huge shift there as we go from 2nd and 5 to 3rd and 8.
So if it continues like that with Moody ahead, Catholic ahead, then that would end up with a Moody Catholic pair-up. And you and I are very familiar with those. All righty.
7:05 and counting here. And that would be in both in flag football and football.
It's so exciting. I'm so excited for the girls. I really am.
3rd down and long from the Knights. 49. Vigor trying to edge closer. They'll throw, caught at the line of scrimmage. A good block will yield about a 6-yard run, and yards after contact may move the chains. 6:44 on the clock as it's paused. I believe they got out of bounds near the 42, and that is the line to gain. The chains are on the far side, went out at the near boundary marker. They hadn't moved the chains, Deacon.
He's saying, the white hat's saying 4th down.
How about 4th down and the width of a ball?
Yeah, you know they're going for it.
And they're bringing the big boys out. But, hey, we got them too.
Come on, Knights.
Dylan Rogers salivating on the 40-yard line. He wants it. 50 and 51, the Bash brothers. They're looking this way, both on the near side. They have brought in a 3-4-man backfield, and they'll take a timeout. Designer Smiles Dental Studio gives us a brief intermission. 6:40 to go in the 3 Squared Technology Group third quarter. Knights lead 14-7.
Bradley Plumbing and Heating is one of the oldest service firms in Montgomery, the original Bradley Services Company since 1945. That means you get hundreds of years of combined experience to solve your problem. Sure, they have been taking care of some of the largest buildings in central Alabama for decades, but that same professional quality service of Bradley Plumbing and Heating is available for your home as well. Whether you have a clogged drain or an AC or heating unit that's not working, don't waste time or money. Call 271-0700. Bradley Plumbing and Heating since 1945, the original Bradley Services Company.
Your next adventure is calling. Avis Car Rentals can get you there. Need a car for your next trip or while your car is in the shop? Brian Bonikowski and Scotty Parrish at Avis Car Rentals are ready to get you where you want to go. Visit avis.com for your special offer.
We are back. Fourth and a football. The heavy set for Vigor. And they go off sides. A stutter step from the H-back or the tight end on the far side. And absolutely what the Knights needed. The discipline that it takes to make it to the fourth round. Play after play after play. And that is where you cannot give up free yardage. And here, will they run a 4th and 5, or will they say, hey, let's punt and protect the field position? We will see upcoming.
Looks like they're going to go for it, which I don't blame them. I would too. I have a lot of respect for them going for it here.
All right, 4th down, and they will pass. They want to look downfield, and he'll be sacked by Keltrick Washington. KJ in the backfield. KJ gets him down. KJ with the turnover on downs. Montgomery Catholic comes up big on defense.
Huge play there. Our defense swarmed him. Great coverage downfield. And the young quarterback for Vigor did not throw the ball up for grabs and got knocked out of bounds. KJ with a great sack. 1st and 10 Knights. 6:32 left in the third quarter, leading by 7 at the 50, right here at midfield.
Right at midfield, moving from right to left. 6:32 on the clock. A huge defensive stop. We need every point we can get. Time to add it right here. 2 wideouts to both sides with an H-back on the right. B.J. Bedgood talking with the line judge about where he wants to be, on or off. He'll go into motion. He's in the backfield, and the quarterback's going to come to the near side. A flag comes out from the backfield, and it'll be a loss of 1 for J.J. Williams, the ball carrier. It'll be either 2nd and 11 or a face mask.
Holding.
Yeah, holding against the Knights there. And all up, had him by the face mask. That was not good. So it will still be 1st down, but it's going to be 1st and a little bit longer.
1st and about 20. Clock stopped at 6:24.
3 Squared Technology Group third quarter. Holding against the Knights, repeat 1st down, and they're going to back us up to the 40-yard line. So we got to get from the 40 to the 40. And J.J. still at quarterback. 2 wideouts to the far side, 2 to the near side. Wilson Hodges, he's going to be an H-back, it looks like, on the right side of the field. Clock starts, 6:21 and counting. 20 seconds on the play clock. Vigor on defense, very strong at the line of scrimmage. Will move us back even more. A loss of 5. We're at the 35-yard line now. 25 yards away from a 1st down. Red flag pest control is going to have to make quite an influence on the defense to allow Montgomery Catholic to move the ball this far. 5:50 and counting. 14-7 the score. And the Knights stands pretty quiet right here. Need some momentum. The Vigor stands silent as well. We'll see what happens. A hush from both crowds. JJ in the backfield. No, this is Kingston Prayer. Number 1's got the ball, and he's going to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. He picks up 15 on the play on his feet. Back to midfield and actually across maybe to the 49. 5:28 and paused. Not a first down, but he goes out of bounds. The ball will be placed in Wolf territory. The Wolves of Vigor defense tonight has been one of the best we've seen all year. Hard to match the Montgomery Catholic Knights on both sides of the field, and they're doing their best. 2 wideouts to the near side, 2 to the far. The ball on the near hash on the 49 in Vigor territory. From the shotgun, number 1 calls for it. Plants, wants to throw. Flush from the pocket, decides he'll tuck it and run, needs to hold on to the ball. He will lunge forward, diving for a 4-yard pickup, and they'll call it a 3-yard pickup down to the 46. That's going to bring up 4th down and a long 6 as the punt squad will take the field. Number 31, Matt Russo, has averaged however far the goal line is, plus 3 yards tonight.
He averages about 45 for the season, and their punter's pretty good too, averaging a little bit over 40. So we outmatch them in punting too.
All right, from our own 44, a beautiful snap and a booming kick. It's got to go 65 yards to get into the end zone. Fair caught at the 10. Russo, in true family fashion, does exactly what you need him to do. You flip the field, you play possession, and with 4:32 and counting, the Vigor offense will come out tucked up against their own end zone. The defensive Knights have swarmed all night long, and they will do nothing different here. We are 16 and a half minutes away from a football state championship appearance. The Knights with a 7-point lead. Nothing is finished. Nothing is promised. Vigor came from Pritchard, Alabama, just next to Mobile in Mobile County. They know. They've been here before. 5A championship is on the line, tucked against their own end zone, to our left, out of the booth, playing tight defense here. The Knights are going to try to pin them deep. Through the line at the 5-yard line. Montgomery Catholic is going to stick them deep. It'll be 2nd and about 14 from the 6-yard line. A huge stop by the defense. This is why you punt and rally.
Great decision to punt, pin them deep, back them up. 2nd and 14, clock rolling, getting under 4 minutes here in the third quarter. The Knights do lead by 7 points. We're up 14-7 as their quarterback standing on the 1-yard line coming this way.
Those big guys up front trying to get into the backfield. Quarterback's going to tuck it and run. He's got a little bit of space and absolutely swallowed up from behind after about a 10-yard pickup. I can't tell if that was Garrett or Harrison or both. So Garrett for sure. Garrett Sanford, number 50, on the tackle. And Miles the Missile was there for whatever drippings were left. But it will be enough to pick up a 3rd and short. It looks like about 3rd and 5 for the Wolves here. We're at 3:15 and counting.
Big momentum play here. We need to hold them, get the ball back.
Wolves trail 7-14 from your Montgomery Catholic Knights. 2 wideouts to the near side, 2 to the far side. Motion to the near side. A bad snap. Quarterback pulls it down, wants to throw, throws quick. Caught, a broken tackle, and a flag is on the play. This is a dead ball foul, which means this is probably going to make it more like 3rd and 9 or 3rd and 14.
Back them up.
Holding called against the Wolves. And the defense continues to do it. Offsides against the Wolves?
Yep.
All right. Illegal procedure, whatever it was. 2:53 on the clock in your 3 Squared Technology Group. 3rd quarter of play. The white hat says repeat. 3rd down. It's 3rd and 9. You hear the cowbells.
That's great. Clicked off some more time and made it harder for him to get a first down. 3rd and 9 now, Justin. Just under 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Knights leading by 7. And Vigor, the Wolves, are backed up here. Getting a little desperate, getting a little jumpy.
All right, the Wolves need a big one. 2:40 and counting now. From
Interception.
Hey, that would be nice. A low snap. They play action. Throws. It is likely incomplete. I cannot see. We have not seen a signal here.
Yeah, our line of view
it is incomplete.
Was obscured by our guys on the sideline.
It would have been an ESPN highlight reel catch, but it was
Spider-Man.
It was concealed by our sidelines. It is 4th down and 9, and when Matt Russo comes out and puts them down on their 10, this is why your defense you can trust your defense to do what they want to do.
Special teams did their job. Defense has done their job. Great coaching to make these decisions.
Avis Car Rental, keys to the game. Manage the line of scrimmage. Play our game. Don't let yourself get beat, and special teams can't lose it for you. We're firing on all cylinders from their own end zone, punting from the 3. This ball will bounce at the 42. Michael Sheffield's going to field it at the 45, up to the 40. He'll evade one tackle, but not the shoestring grab of another. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights, deep in Wolf territory inside the 40-yard line, as 2 minutes and 19 seconds are on the clock, and we're at dang near 170 unique watchers on Facebook. That's about 600 people as the bird flies. 2:19 on the clock in the 3 Squared Technology Group third quarter. Your Montgomery Catholic Knights lead 14-7.
Kingston coming out on the field.
Kingston Pryor, your quarterback. He's a 9th grader, carrying this team on his shoulders right now with 3 wideouts to the near side. He's got senior Gigi to his left, off his left hip. The line is set. We await the snap. Gigi, no, they're going to say somebody moved. A flag comes out. We will await the signal here from the Whitecap.
I believe we copied the play from
Offsides
Vigor.
against the good guys. All blue, royal blue, Jumpman uniforms. Tops and bottoms with black numbers. You can see the black numbers with white trim beautifully on the sidelines, but as soon as you step onto the field, the vision completely blurs. 2:18 on the clock, 14-7. The score after the penalty has been adjudicated from the 42-yard line. The Knights 1st and 15. The line to gain inside the 30. Gigi's got it. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage. No, he won't. You can't stop him.
Holy cow.
He'll break 3 tackles. He'll
Holy
pick
cow.
up 10. That was literally a 12-yard after contact run down to about the 32-yard line. It'll be 2nd and, maybe it's the 33. So 2nd and a little bit longer than I thought here. So half the line to gain picked up on the ground by Gigi. He's the only man in the backfield. The only guy to the right is the tight end, Wilson Hodges. They'll block, comes to the near side, and Gigi is tripped up at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short, about 3 to go, 1:34 and counting in 3 Squared Technology Group third quarter. Knights lead 14-7.
Definitely tripped up going over the left tackle and kind of dove up underneath some defenders and some Knights. Lost traction. So 3rd and 3 or 4 here. Clock rolling. Minute 18 left in the third quarter as all of the Knights look over to the sideline. The play clock's under 20. We're ahead by 7. We need a first down here, 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. Motion from the near side to the far side. That's JJ. He'll be more of just a misdirection as Giovanni carries this offense on his shoulders.
Wow.
It took 4 Wolves to tame him, and he said, "Welcome to my den." Absolutely nobody going to stop Giovanni Hayner on 3rd down. He'll move the chains. Thank you, Red Flag Pest Control. That's a first down, and we're under 60 seconds to go. The 3 Squared Technology Group third quarter, the question is, will the Knights in the next 44 and a half seconds, will they get into the end zone? And the answer right now, I believe a timeout or a penalty.
You stop the clock.
Oh, we got to raise the roof.
Raise the roof, yeah.
Very good.
Wind the clock up.
And here we go.
Play ball.
1st down and 10, trying to get inside the 10 in the red zone. Can Doc do it again? Well, they've all honed in on him. It took 5 to bring him down a yard into the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 9. The clock churning. We're at 25 and counting here. The 3 Squared Technology Group third quarter will yield to the Morgan Stanley 4th in 18 seconds and counting. Will Coach Jay elect to snap the ball one more time? He will not have to, and he will not do it. We're going to take a break. We got 10 seconds left. We'll be back with your Morgan Stanley fourth quarter and 12 minutes before the championship. The Knights lead 14-7. I'm Justin Costanza.
I'm Deacon Mike Costanza. And go Knights!
Little Donkey Mexican Restaurant in East Chase is Montgomery's go-to spot for high school tailgating and pre-gaming this year. With family fajita packs, taco packs, and famous fried chicken packs, you can feed groups of any size, or you can try their chip and dip platters for any sized crowd. And they've made it easy to order. Just go to the website at thelittledonkey.com. Choose the Montgomery location and choose pickup or delivery to place your order. Little Donkey Mexican in East Chase. Mexican food with a southern soul.
Attention fans. As you watch your team march down the field, remember AmeriFirst Bank is here to help you march toward your financial goals. From savings accounts to competitive loan rates, AmeriFirst Bank has you covered. Visit AmeriFirstBank.com today and discover banking that's in a league of its own. AmeriFirst Bank, your trusted financial partner. Member FDIC.
And we are back here in your AKD booth with the broadcast team. Brittany Bradley, Daniel Harbin, Justy Costanza, and Deacon Mike, bringing you 12 more minutes. It might be 12 final minutes of the season. It will be 12 final minutes of the season for one of these two teams, your Montgomery Catholic Knights and the Wolves of Vigor.
And I'm not ready for it to end, Justin. I'm so excited. I want to win this game and go to Birmingham next week.
Next Thursday. 7 p.m.
All right, we got to win tonight.
The Knights nearly pull Vigor off sides. They will pull back and not throw a flag. 12 minutes are on the clock. Your Morgan Stanley fourth quarter is underway. Giovanni Hayner is the ball carrier. He's got a little bit of a seam. He's going to pick up 8 on first down. It'll be second and short, and we are in the red zone, 11:48 and counting. This is a little bit of a pressure release valve. We need to add some margin here. 14-7, currently the score.
I think it's third down. Yeah, third and about 4.
Third and 3 or 4.
They gave Vigor a pretty good spot there.
Trying to get inside the 10 to the 9. We're on about the 13. 11:30 on the clock. Giovanni's going to get it again, and he shucks one tackle. He pulls his feet from the grips of the defense.
Oh, look where they're stopping the ball.
And it's enough to be a red flag pest control first down. May not be every inch that we truly gained, it is going to be first down and goal. 11:17 on the clock. 3 wideouts to the far side. Wilson Hodges, your H-back, he stands on the right. Giovanni flanks the quarterback. Freshman number 1, Kingston Prayer to Kingston's right.
7-yard line.
From the center of the field between the hashes, they'll hand it off to Gigi. He pushes forward.
Go in.
Effort. Third effort. He is at the goal line. It'll be second and goal, and the big boys come in. Giovanni wanted it, and he earned 8 3/4 yards. He needed 9. And to his credit he was first touched behind the line of scrimmage and would not be brought down. Ken Bishop, get ready. State Farm agent, can you do it? Can you give us a big margin here?
Number 4 up the middle.
4 gets it. 4's in. It's a touchdown. Montgomery Catholic will go up by 2 scores. Put 6 on the board for the good guys. I believe it was J.J. Williams.
Yes, it was. Number 4, it was.
Tell you what, that was awesome. The big boys came in. I wanted Dylan Rogers to get that one, too.
I did, too.
That would have been sweet. Well, I wanted Gigi to get it on the previous play, but if not. 10:23 on the clock in your Morgan Stanley fourth quarter, and the Knights have spread the lead 20-7. Thank you, Ken Bishop, your State Farm agent, for getting us into the end zone. And now to add one, Stokes and Stimley. Josh Stimley, class of 2001 with yours truly. Who'd have thought we'd ever be in this position? Winning football games and trying to get to a state championship, and this one is good. Montgomery Catholic leads by 2 full scores, 21-7. We'll be back with 10:23 to go in the semifinals. If you have been injured in a car wreck, call Stokes Stimley Personal Injury Attorneys, the home team. Your case will be handled personally by Jonathan Stokes and Joshua Stimley, an alumni of Montgomery Catholic. Call them at 334-316-4123 for a no-obligation, free consultation to discuss your options. Your home team legal counsel. We are back. We're going to have a Little Donkey Mexican restaurant kickoff. And again, thanks to our business sponsors. I want to say thanks to the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, Capital and Colonial Trailways, Dirk's Filet and Vine, Warren Averett.
We need to go eat at Dirk's soon.
Yes, we do. Houston Clinic, Dr. Brian Kelly, podiatrist, J.C. Love, your Montgomery County probate court judge. And tonight, with 10 minutes and 23 seconds on the clock, Montgomery Catholic has an opportunity to try to do something we've never done in school history, and that's repeat in football state championships, because we won our first one last year. From the 40-yard line, a squib kick, touched at the 40, and then recovered at the 40 by Vigor.
So Dave Bosco giving us some information about scores. Not good for St. Michael's if that's accurate.
Trailing by about 3 touchdowns, 35-14 at Jackson. Coach Philip Rivers and the Cardinals of St. Michael Catholic High School in Baldwin County.
With his son as the quarterback.
That's right. 4th round appearance for the first time in school history. That history is only about 8 years old. So pretty decent showing. 10-20 on the clock. It took us 80 years to get there.
Yeah, outstanding showing.
From the shotgun, a play action. No, they're going to pass, hand it off. And this young man is driving. Yards after contact looked more like Doc Hayner than anything we've seen out of Vigor tonight. It'll be 2nd down and about 5 upcoming. And I'm going to tell you, Pia and company in front of us tonight has been ringing the cowbell like crazy. She's had plenty to cheer for.
One thing that I notice at this level is usually the team doesn't quit even when they're behind. And Vigor is a great example of that. They're 100% in, and we have got to stop them here. We need to get the ball back, stop them on 2nd down and 5.
Looking to throw the ball from the shotgun formation. 2nd down. This one is nearly intercepted. Did he come up with it? I think he caught the ball. I think he scooped it up off the turf. I think he got his hands underneath it. Number 14, Gavin Phelan. He's jumping around. He's chest bumping Kirk Johnson.
Yes.
It's a turnover. 9:30.
Yes.
The icing on the cake? Question mark. We will see. 9:30 is a lot of time. 2 scores the lead, 21-7, and the defense, who has kept every team in check for 14 weeks, is doing just the same here tonight. Montgomery Catholic's offense takes the field, and we will see what we can do with 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the ballgame. Gavin, a diving catch coming up with this one. Unbelievable. Wish we had video on WSFA. 3 wideouts to the near side. Getting excited. They'll hand it off to Gigi. He's got 4. He's got 5. His torso was 7 inches off the ground, and he gained 3 more yards.
After they had him wrapped up, definitely. Submarined under there all the way up to the 45.
Gain of 7, Deacon.
9:14 left. Clock running. Precious seconds to Vigor. Seconds towards our 2nd championship game in a row. We're not counting chickens or ducks before they're hatched, but we do lead 21-7.
3 wideouts on the near side. The entire offense just turns their helmets towards the sideline. They're back and set. Snap the ball off. They're going to hand it to Giovanni. He's met at the line of scrimmage. In true GG fashion, he'll fall forward to pick up an extra yard. It'll be 3rd and short. Will they send the big guys? Does the heavy package go out? Do they keep Giovanni? Do they let these guys try to get one? It's about a 4-foot gap to the line to gain. 3 wideouts to the near side, same setup. Wilson Hodges in the slot. BJ and Michael, your other 2 options on the near side. From the far hash, direct snap to the quarterback. He's going to make it to the line of scrimmage. I believe that's J.J. Williams. And red flag, pest control says 1st down, Knights. A huge pickup on the ground, 8:15 on the clock. And Deacon Mike, we are cooking with gas.
We are cooking with gas, and the clock is rolling. Atomic clock is rolling. 8:07 here in the 4th quarter. The Knights lead by 2 touchdowns, up 21-7 late here. We're at home. We're at Montgomery Catholic, our field, and the Knights are doing a great job.
Same setup. JJ at quarterback. Giovanni in the backfield. 3 wideouts to the near side. Gigi's got it. He's got 5, 6, 7, 10, 15, 17. Move the chains. They can't stop him. They can't. He's got his foot off. He took a shoe off.
I thought.
Oh, that's Michael Sheffield. Got decleated, but you can't stop him. Gavin Phelan, your hero of the last defensive drive, comes onto the field to replace 12 Sheffield, who's going to have a equipment failure and a quick break. 7:31 on the clock. Kirk Johnson is juiced at the 40-yard line.
Vigor takes the timeout.
Vigor and the Designer Smiles Dental Studio gives us an opportunity to take a breath and you guys to get ready for a potential celebration. 21-7.
A proud supporter of the Catholic Knights and giving you the smile you deserve, visit Dr. Jennifer Richardson at Designer Smiles Dental Studio for routine cleanings to a brighter smile. Designer Smiles Dental Studio on Chantilly Parkway. Visit designersmilesdental.com to become a patient today.
We are back. That was a quick quick timeout. 21-7, the Knights lead. It's the fourth quarter, brought to you by Morgan Stanley. And
when you're having fun, time flies.
Time flies, my goodness. So the Knights are still in the huddle. That's why we kind of came back quick there. Give it to them. The Vigor Wolves broke the huddle, came back out to the line of scrimmage on defense, ready to go. So it's first down and 10. The ball is on the on the Wolf 34-yard line. We are moving away from us to the south, to our right as we look on. 7:31 in the game. JJ, your quarterback, calls for the ball in the shotgun. 2 wideouts to the near side. He's got Giovanni to his left, who will be the ball carrier, and he will burn about 3 yards on the ground, earning every single one of them. Gavin comes off, and Michael Sheffield goes back on. Giovanni comes off, and I believe Zaylin Jackson will take his place. 7:10, 7:08, 7:05. The clock, not the friend for the Vigor Wolves. Montgomery Catholic leading 21-7 is on offense. They are trying to narrow the margin between the line to gain and the ball, and they're trying to expand the margin in points on the scoreboard. 6:48. JJ keeps it, comes to the near side. He needs another big block. He'll get about 5 yards. It's going to be third and a long 2 or a short 3 upcoming. The clock continuing to churn. Morgan Stanley fourth quarter. We are 6 minutes and 31 seconds away from a champion.
And a championship is right. We're looking. It's on the horizon, and so before we have to hike the ball, we can let this run down to 6 minutes left here in the third quarter.
St. Michael's is trailing 35-14, and Moody is winning 28-0. That's some decent score updates there. This one is 6 minutes and 4 seconds away. JJ, the direct snap, is going to get caught behind the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be pulled down. Hopefully they'll give us only a loss of about 1 on the play. The line marker shows it's fourth down. I thought this was third down, and that's how much I pay attention. But,
well, it's one or the other.
Yeah, who knows? We'll call it a fourth down. 5:41 on the clock. Do they go for it? Jeremy Jack.
Fourth and 7, 5.5 minutes left. Play clock under 15 seconds. And if it really is fourth down, we're going to go for it.
We are. From the shotgun, J.J. Williams. Nobody on the far side. Oh, they do that little switch, and we will see who they call this against. This is a play that we saw twice last week, and we will see.
I think we saw it 4 times,
We saw it twice,
2,
good for us, and twice good for the other guys. Offsides against the home team.
So they're calling it like they did in the second half last week.
So, and we've talked to a lot of officials this week about this play. And the deal should be if the center's hand is not down on top of the ball, that's going to be the issue. Kirk Johnson is trying to
plead.
Plead's a good word with the white hat, who's not going to give him the opportunity here. That'll be a 4th down and 12 now, which gives us plenty of room to
reset
punt.
the play clock, too.
It did. But we're still at 5:12 and counting. The Knights lead 21-7 in the Morgan Stanley fourth quarter. And the center will trot out to the line of scrimmage, and we are just going to use up every bit of this play clock. We're under 5 seconds now on the play clock. Your AKD broadcast team excited to bring you 4 minutes and 54 seconds. Designer Smiles Dental Studio says timeout. We'll do the same. We're under 5 minutes away with a 14-point lead over Vigor. The Knights up 21-7.
The smile on your grandchild's face, the beautiful sunset, watching television, or reading a book. These are things we sometimes take for granted, which is why it's important to protect your eyesight. For over 30 years, families in the River region have trusted iTech, the Institute for Total Eye Care, for professional, reliable, and affordable eye care. Make an appointment now to make sure you are protecting your most important sense, your eyesight. iTech, Alabama's premier medical and eye care facility located on Carmichael Court North next to the Cancer Center in Montgomery and on US 231 in Wetumpka. iTech, for the only eyes you'll ever have.
Visit El Taco Shop, Montgomery's ultimate destination for authentic Mexican cuisine. Family-owned El Taco Shop takes pride in using only the freshest ingredients and time-honored recipes to bring you the true flavors of Mexico. Check out our menu at eltacoshopal.com.
All right, we're back, and we do have an update. St. Michael's did score a touchdown, now 21-35, still in the third quarter. Thank you to Dave Bosco, our loyal listener. Who
that's doable. They can come back.
They can.
But here,
right,
under 5 minutes.
Moody's still up 35-0. Under 5 minutes. 4th down and 12. The Knights show punting from the Vigor 45, and booting this one out of bounds inside the 20. Looks like it's going to go out at about the 14. The line judge not exactly running down. Okay, here comes a guy from the end zone. He's out to the 10, 15, 16, still walking 17-yard line. That's a tough one there. In rugby, at a penalty, you can kick the ball from the mark of the penalty out of bounds and then throw the ball in from that line. So we did a lot of that where you're at 30, 40 yards out and kick to try to get inside 5 yards. It's a tough kick. All right, out of bounds, the Knights defense, who's come up big a number of times tonight. The Vigor offense tucked against their own end zone. How many times can they get the ball? They trail by 2 scores, 21-7, on the road at Knights Field, looking to pass from his own 10, and he is going to be sacked inside the 10. He is going to lose 10 yards, maybe 11. The clock will continue to run. Nothing good going for the Wolves as they
believe that was KJ.
Number 5, KJ Washington. Keltrick getting into the backfield and absolutely dominating there at the line of scrimmage.
Clock running, 4:20. As they try to throw, but he runs up the middle now, and we've got him contained. Oh, and we all but intercepted the ball.
This one falls
but intercepted the ball. I mean, we had the ball and patted it up in the air, and then it fell down. And so almost Bryce Carter had an interception there. They're consoling him. That would have been a game changer right there, but that's all right. So 3rd down and about 17 for Vigor, who is in a huddle behind the 5-yard line.
249 seconds separate Montgomery Catholic from a trip back to the ship. 21-7 the score. 3rd down. AmeriFirst Bank sponsor says, can the Wolves go 21 yards? They're going to pass. This one is wide open, caught by number 4. They'll get 25 yards. The answer, yes, on 3rd down. Again, that preventative look there, just not exactly sweltering the way that we're used to. Didn't give up a big play. We said if Vigor was going to score, they had to get a big play. Well, that's what they got to end the first half. We don't need to give them another one here. 350 and counting from their own 25. Thrown, caught, tackled at midfield. There were 5 Knights in the vicinity, and number 10 for Vigor, the recipient, and does a good job holding on.
Look here.
Is there holding on the play?
Well, I believe so.
Oh, sorry. Looks like there is a penalty. Holding against the Wolves. They will not pick up 15. It will not be a red flag pest control for the visiting team. It'll be 3 minutes and 40 seconds. The clock is stopped. 21-7 the score. This is the 4th quarter, brought to you by Morgan Stanley. Montgomery Catholic trying to win for the 4th week in a row in the postseason, trying to get to the championship. 1st down and
25.
20 from the 25, moving from right to left, trying to get almost to midfield. Standing on his own 15, throws, and he hits the referee. That's a tough one there. The official, right where he is supposed to be, probably could have caught the ball where it was thrown, and then he gets hammered. Kudos to the official. Not only did he take a hit, but he popped right back up. If these guys are on the mic with the officials, you tell them we said he took a nice shot. Wow, that was a good one. So it'll be 2nd down and 20. The ball did get to the turf, incomplete. He's going to take a breather, and he's earned it. 3:29 on the clock after the incomplete pass. Throws short and incomplete. It would have been a pickup of about 8, and it is going to bring up a 3rd down and about 20, trying to get to their own 45-yard line. The Montgomery Catholic defense has been fierce all year. This is what we have come to expect. AmeriFirst Bank Hold'em sponsor says, let's do it one more time. 3:23 on the clock. Can we do it? 21-7, the Knights lead. Montgomery Catholic's defense at the line of scrimmage has dominated. Man-to-man on the outside. Going to try to stop the potential downfield threat for the Wolves. From the pocket, flushed, Tux wants to run. He will stutter step at his own 27, and he is sacked. This will be no big pickup, and I believe that was Cam Miller.
It was, number 9, Camden Miller. Cam Miller, he ran out of real estate. We corralled him. There was another Knight in there, brought him down, 4th and a mile and a half.
Cam, one of those who doesn't get his name mentioned enough.
Yes.
Always at the scene of the crime, always forcing big plays. And on 4th down, the season is on the line. 2:45 on the clock and counting. 4th and about 17 for Vigor. From the shotgun, empty backfield, 5 potential receivers. This one's going to be intercepted by the Knights.
We intercepted.
Intercepted or out of bounds, but either way, it's a turnover. They're going to say he caught it. And that's actually 14. Gavin Phelan with his second of the night. How about that? We got Go-Go Gadget Eyes, Brittany Bradley to the right here. That interception actually costs about 15 yards in field position, but it gives us enough time to have the ball with 2:33 to go in the game, 21-7. And you don't fault him at all, because when you catch that ball, you secure the fact that nobody else will. He's at the boundary marker and in the face of the recipient or the intended receiver there for the Wolves. Did a great job. 3 wideouts to the near side, 2 minutes and 33 seconds away. And all the confetti poppers that you can muster are going to be going off in just over 2.5 minutes. 1st and 10 from the Vigor 41. From the shotgun, hands it off to Gigi. He's got 5. He's got 10. He miraculously moves forward 9 yards in about 1.8 seconds. It's pretty unbelievable. His get up and go, got up and went. 2:18 and counting. Staying between the tackles, keeps the clock running. 30 seconds on the play clock. There is no rush. There is no worry. And there is no hurry. We don't have to. We're 2 minutes and 2 seconds away. 21-7. A calm has come over the homestands, but a celebration will ensue. The visitors are flocking to the exits. 3 wideouts to the near side. JJ, why not give it to Gigi for a red flag? Pest control, 1st down. And he will plow ahead across the 30-yard line. Knocking on the door. 1:44 and paused just to move the chains. Thanks to red flag. Deacon Mike, why not just keep giving it to GG and see how many times we can do it?
I think so. We could just take a knee here for 3 more downs. Let's see what Coach says to do. I'm okay with running GG, play after play after play. Add a little but I bet you they take a knee. I bet you they do. Let's see what he does. Now, a little discussion. Yeah.
1:14 on the clock.
It is victory formation.
Victory formation. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be the first one to tell you, we're going to start this week at Montgomery Catholic with Mass and Father Pat Driscoll at 7:50 a.m. Parents of football players, we want you guys to come to Mass. 7:50. Flag football. Both teams, all the parents, we're going to begin at 7:50 in the DBC to celebrate and to prepare for championship week. We're going to be playing at 11 a.m. on Wednesday at UAB's Protective Stadium for a flag football redo. We lost in overtime last year. We're going to take the blue map this year. We're at 35 seconds and counting, and they're not going to have to snap the ball again. The Knights will head to the championship. The second time in a row trying to come back with a blue map. Can Coach Jay, in 22 seconds and counting, repeat? Can the Knights be victorious? Thursday night at 7 p.m., they'll get a chance to do so. Thursday night at 7 p.m., will the map be ours? We are 5 seconds away. Ladies and gentlemen, over the Wolves of Vigor, we are victorious. There it is, 0.0. Set off the confetti cannons, and ladies and gentlemen, wrap the semifinals in blue and gold. Victorious and headed to a state championship for the second time in 2 years. Your Montgomery Catholic Knights have done what they came to do. There is no football after next Thursday night. There is no potential next week. There is only one thing to do, and it's go win the championship, and we will have a chance to do it. We've got an opportunity for you at home to hear our alumni and family roll call sponsors, a quick word from our sponsors, and then our Dogwood Media Solutions post-game show where we're going to give you some details for next week and talk about how we're going to go win 2 state championships. For Montgomery Catholic's 21-7 victory in the semifinals over Vigor, I'm Justin Costanza.
I'm Deacon Mike Costanza.
And go Knights!
We want to thank our greater Montgomery Catholic community who have helped make this broadcast possible. And now, for your family and alumni roll call sponsors. The Aaron family, Megan, class of 2015, Riley, 2017, Mitch, 2019, Catherine, 2023, and Claire, class of 2028. Ben and Elena Barranco, class of 2002, Joan and Barry Cavan, Austin Cleghorn, class of 2021, James Cleghorn, class of 2016, Lainey Cleghorn, class of 1986, Steve and Marcia Hitson Davis, Stephen and Charlotte Deep, class of 78 in memory of Michael Deep. From our first AD, Dean DeLongchamp and his family, Mike, 1987, Michelle, 1990, and Melissa, 1995. Go Knights! De Jesus Donahue family, Catherine and Matthew Donahue, 2012, Christopher, 2018, Carlo, 2021, Mary Leet Edgar in honor of the class of 1957, Alan and Julie Emerson, class of 2000, Mary and Jim Forsyth, Sean and Laura Feely, class of 2006, the Gonzalez and Saldi family, Francisco, class of 2017, Ezekiel, class of 2019, Inez, class of 2021, and Angelise, class of 2022, Rick and Joey Harris, Helen and David Hayden, the Latham family, Bob and Bonnie McLaurin family, Mike and Carrie Moore in honor of their son Zach, class of 2019, and Sean, class of 2020, Christine and Mickey Knoll, class of 1991, Jason and Tisha Rhodes in honor of Hayden Rhodes Howell, Brian and Jennifer Rogers, Mark and Diane Schultz, Teresa and Greg Trelaw, Ricky, class of 2019, and Amy, class of 2023, Brad Walker, class of 1976, in memory of Coach Arbin. If you would like to be part of our Montgomery Catholic Knights roll call, visit montgomerycatholic.org/broadcast to join the team. Thank you, and go Knights!
Dogwood is a proud sponsor once again of Montgomery Catholic football. Hi, I'm Brian Harris, owner of Dogwood, based right here in the Montgomery area. Who are we? Dogwood is your organization's outsourced marketing solution. We can supplement your current marketing staff or be your marketing department as a whole. We have a staff of experts so you don't have to. Want to check out our work? Visit montgomerycatholic.org or holyspiritmgm.org. Ready to talk? Visit dogwd.com. dogwd.com.
Hey everyone, this is Alex Taylor with American Classic Designs. AKD has been Central Alabama's leader in custom apparel and promotional products for more than 30 years. From event-specific t-shirt designs, embroidered corporate logos, or promotional pieces to help spread your brand awareness, our team is ready to help. AKD also powers online customizable stores that both spread school spirit as well as fundraising for an important cause. Call us at 334-277-8433 or visit our website at goakd.com. AKD, meeting all your needs down to a T.
For 150 years, Montgomery Catholic Preparatory School has believed in educating the whole person. Rooted in academic excellence and grounded in faith, we're preparing students not only for college, but for life. With a rigorous curriculum and small class sizes, our students receive personalized attention from dedicated and passionate teachers. Whether it's in the classroom, on the stage, or on the field, Montgomery Catholic students strive to reach their God-given potential. At Montgomery Catholic, we also know that true success goes beyond academics. Faith is at the heart of everything we do. We nurture not only minds, but souls, guiding students to live out their values with integrity and compassion. From K-3 through 12th grade, we offer a supportive, faith-filled environment where students can grow spiritually, morally, and intellectually. Montgomery Catholic Preparatory School, where faith and academic excellence come together. Visit montgomerycatholic.org to schedule a tour today and discover a place where your child can thrive.
Montgomery Catholic Knights football is on the air thanks to our business sponsors. Montgomery County Probate Court, Judge J.C. Love III, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, Capitol and Colonial Trailways, Dirk's Filet and Vine, Dr. Brian Killey Podiatrist, Hoops League, Houston Clinic Dr. Lee Murphy, and Warren Averett CPAs and Advisors. Thanks to our Montgomery Catholic community for supporting these generous sponsors.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. It is your Dogwood Media Solutions postgame show. Deacon Mike's coming back. Shout out to Galen McAlpine, who called the last home game of the season right here, your semifinals. Montgomery Catholic taking on the Wolves of Vigor and giving up a big touchdown to end the first half and then absolutely smoking the offense out off the field for the entire second half, 14-0 in the second half. The Knights come away, 7-0 in the second half with one big touchdown. 21-7 your final score. 21-7. The Knights will head to Protective Stadium next week, and a couple of details. So 5A football championships play on Thursday night at 7 p.m. at UAB's Protective Stadium. So we'll have two championship attempts, and it looks like it's going to be moody for both.
Good.
So the Montgomery
That's
Catholic
crazy.
Knights flag football will play for a championship on Wednesday at 11 a.m. at Protective Stadium, and then on Thursday at 7 p.m., both against Moody, the football championship for 5A will be held. Your Catholic Knights punching the ticket, earning their spot, headed to the ship. 0.0 are on the clock, and the 21-7 score is not going to be turned off anytime soon. Deacon Mike, we said at the beginning of the game, anybody who listened, I said it's going to be close and we're going to win by 2.
You did. By 2 scores. You did.
It's crazy. It took 8 years, and I finally got one right.
No, you hit it right on the head. I called you, we texted last evening, and I said, hey, how you doing? What are your thoughts about the game? And we talked a little bit, but you did say, it's ours to lose, and we're going to win by 2 scores, and that's exactly. We did try to we gave them 7 points at the end. They scored in less than 2 minutes at the end of the first half. That's the only points we gave up, and it was basically one big play into the end zone. We had guys down there. He made a very athletic throw, and he was quite the quarterback, very hard to contain. And then he'd run all over the field, and then from his back foot he'd throw, 30, 20, 40 yards.
Super impressive. All these guys are athletes. We mentioned it when they got off the bus. Every single one of them ready to play, obviously talented, and just, kind of imposing.
And Vigor played 4 quarters of football. As you recall, at the championship game last year in Bryant-Denny Stadium, the team that we shut out 35-0, they quit in the fourth quarter.
They stopped.
Literally.
They stopped.
Would watch us run into the end zone for the last 2 touchdowns. So, anyway, Vigor didn't do any of that. They were in it every play, every second. We're a very good, respectable opponent. We had heard maybe they would come in undisciplined. We didn't see any of that. It was a well-played, clean game on both sides, and a great game. It's good to win, and I think we won solidly. The Knights offense did a great job. Special teams did a great job. And our defense is just plain awesome.
They are unbelievable, and they're going to get a chance to show for 4 more quarters what it takes to potentially repeat. And this is 5A football. We're a 3A size school playing in a 2A stadium against some of the best teams in the state, a top-ranked 5A team, Montgomery Catholic. And folks keep asking, so next year you have to be 6. Next year you have to be 6A. So it's a 2-year rotation, and so this is the first of the 2 years. So next year would be the second year. So now, whether we win or lose this year, we have accrued as many points as you possibly can. So it doesn't actually matter if we win or lose in terms of championship points for the.
So we will be reclassified.
We will be reclassified if. So this year we've accrued all you possibly can. Next year we have to accrue one more.
I got you.
Which would be a first-round victory. So if we won the first-round game next year.
Do you have to win the first round?
You got to win the first-round game.
So go to second round?
If you go to the second round. Now, so should we parents weigh in on this? Should we protest and forfeit.
Yeah.
All of our rising senior parents and players would probably say no. So we're actually going to petition the High School Athletic Association to consider those championship balance rules and how a school like ours is now penalized. And it's not that, we don't want to go up because we can't win. No, we can't go up because we can't compete in every aspect of the game. We struggle already in 5A football to have parking, to have concessions, to have restrooms, to have stands, to have the logistical support. What happens when we're now playing – Pike Road and Saraland are playing down the street. So is Montgomery Catholic that caliber in a year and a half from now? We're not trying to be. We're not trying to be. And I'm not talking even just on the football field. I'm talking about in all aspects. So next week we're going to play for 2 state championships. The Knights versus Moody, 11 a.m. on Wednesday at UAB's Protective Stadium, and Thursday night at 7 p.m. And you heard it here first. We're going to start the school day in the high school with Mass on Monday morning, 7:50 a.m. Father Pat Driscoll offer the sacrifice of the Mass. As we prepare for championship play, parents of flag football and football, we want you with your student. We're going to put you guys up front. We're going to start the week the way that we should. And then everybody's going to ask, can we get out of school? Of course we can get out of school. 11 a.m. game on Wednesday.
Not on Mass Day.
Not on Mass Day. On Wednesday, students who, with parent permission, go to the game, it'll be counted as a school activity. You don't get out of school on Thursday because we play at 7 p.m.
Yeah, I don't get out of work either.
Yeah, I know. How about that? However, you heard it right here. We will begin school at 9:30 in the middle school and high school on Friday morning. Elementary unfazed, but middle school and high school, you will be starting at 9:30. So to our beloved middle school, our elementary teachers, I'm sorry, but we will start at 9:30 middle school and high school. If you need your student to be dropped off normal time, we will have supervision for them, so don't worry. We got a place for them to be 7:30 on Friday morning if you need it. But you're gonna have a lot more information come out this week about all that. We will be broadcasting next week right here on Praise 96.5 for the 5th round and the potential championship. And Freedom Yard Services is sponsoring tonight's weather broadcast, and it's looking like what?
Well, we're talking about next Thursday.
Yeah, what's it looking
There's
like?
a 50% chance of rain at some point during the day.
Not in the booth.
That's right. We did have Montgomery pulled up, and that's a long time from now. Justin, before we do leave this last home game, I do want to say that, it kind of goes without saying, but this is so hard to do 2 years in a row. We've done Coach, you, the administration, the school has done amazing things, and this is so hard to do year after year after year. And so here we are going back to the championship game 2 years in a row, and 3 years ago we were there also, right? And so it's very difficult to do that, and Montgomery Catholic is performing at such a high level and repeating it. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. Where it really brings, we lost to Andalusia at Crampton Bowl that time in about, the 3rd or 4th round? And I felt like we were just on the edge. All we had to do was win another game or two, and we were going to get there. And then it was over. And you have to play a whole nother season. You have to beat all these people. You have to win, and you have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's so hard to get here, and I'm so proud of the Knights and your school, and it's just hard to do. I'm glad we're back.
Well, we're going to have a lot of fun this week celebrating. And like I mentioned, we're going to start championship week with Mass. Families and parents of students, particularly the parents of flag football and football, we're going to put you guys right up front. Let's start the week off right, 7:50 Mass in the DBC. Father Pat Driscoll. Shout out to the Vigor Wolves, especially their seniors, who played 4 full hard-fought quarters here. And we don't have a final on St. Michael's, but it looks like it's getting pretty close. 45 to 28-ish. I just missed it. And then what you got? Do we have a
Chappie's Deli football Saturday is
42,
tomorrow.
28. Where are they going to be? Which Chappies?
Prattville Chappies. So join us up there at Prattville Chappies. I think it's 9 to 11.
9 to 11.
And the normal time. Doug will tell me here in a minute if it's not. And Doug wants you to call him. I promised you would. Hopefully you'd be available. But so Jackson 42, this in the 4th quarter. Jackson
42-28
over St. Michael's 4th quarter.
And Pike Road getting walloped by the visiting Saraland 47-6. 47-6. Well, Ladies and gentlemen, we've already wrapped this game in blue and gold. Let's do the same for the broadcast. Shout out to Terry Barber and Little Engine Broadcasting for hosting us on Praise 96.5, your AKD broadcast team this week and every week. Daniel Harbin, get in the camera where these guys can see you at home. He's Cornelius, Yukon Cornelius, with the hat on in the booth and the beard grown out for winter tonight. Brittany Bradley, who's anything but Yukon Cornelius, but she's very excited to have made her way back from a fun family Thanksgiving down south and came back for a huge win, 21-7.
Thank you for doing that, Brittany.
Deacon Mike and I are excited to go to
Absolutely.
Protective Stadium. We broadcast twice from Bryant-Denny, and we were ripped away from being at UAB by MA in the fourth round 4 years ago. And tonight we will have an opportunity to do that next week. So Mass for all the football families, flag and varsity football, 7:50 in the DBC Monday morning. Football flag at 11 a.m. at UAB on Wednesday, 7 p.m. on Thursday for varsity football. Middle school and high school late start Friday, 9:30 a.m. Shout out to everybody who makes this broadcast possible. And I think that's all we got. Dogwood Media Solutions post-game show is over for Montgomery Catholics. 21-7 victory over the Wolves of Vigor in the semifinals, headed to the championship. I'm Justin Costanza.
I'm Deacon Mike Costanza.
And go Knights!
Montgomery Catholic Knights football is on the air thanks to our business sponsors. Montgomery County Probate Court, Judge J.C. Love III, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, Capitol and Colonial Trailways, Dirk's Filet and Vine, Dr. Brian Killey Podiatrist, Hoops League, Houston Clinic Dr. Lee Murphy, and Warren Averett CPAs and Advisors. Thanks to our Montgomery Catholic community for supporting these generous sponsors.